What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? For those of you who didn't believe me, for those of you who didn't believe me when I said I was sick, because I did see some comments that said, "Oh, it's fake. You're not really sick." Can you hear my voice? Can you see I am red on my nose where it's like peeling skin now. I've been blowing my nose so much. I'm sucking on a lozenge right now. I've been sleeping on the couch so as to not get my wife sick. Um, yeah, it's been pretty shitty the last couple of days. Really hit me on Sunday night, and then just was an absolute nightmare the last couple of days. And I still don't feel that great, but I had a lot to say, and I'm gonna get through this as best I can. I want to thank y'all for jumping on board. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant. Power, come on now, the podcast. We talk facts over feelings. It's been a crazy. This league, it's amazing. People people will jump on this soapbox of the WNBA, but I tell you what, I watched the game last night. I've seen what's going on. It's a freaking it's a scam. The whole damn thing is a scam. And that's the topic of the night is that this league is largely a scam. They will sit here and lie to you over and over and over again. Welcome aboard, Lester, Paula, Maverick. Get up, my darling. I did have this set for 8 o'clock, and I pushed it back to 8:20 because I was trying to get some clips in order. Had some drama in my house as well, and had some stuff I had to get done. But yeah, there was some stuff going on in the house, and I had to push it back 20 minutes. Uh, Welcome aboard, Boxing Thomas, Calvin, Donnie Davis. Just going through the names here that I see right now. I'm supposed to get LASIK surgery on Friday. Can't do it because I'm still congested. Iceman, Zoltar, M, Element Gold, Retro, DJ, Nick. What's going on, Nick? Are you allowed to go to the bathroom in peace yet, Nick? Let's see who else here. EJ Donuts, Alexis, Strawberry, Kevin B. Asante, Julius Kurtz, Lindy. Folks, man, I appreciate y'all jumping on board. This one ear is all clogged up. I've had LASIK before. I had LASIK 12 years ago. And when you get to a certain age, thank you, Paul. I appreciate you. Multi ejection. What? Was that today? Jesus Lord, are you serious? Oh my goodness. For real? Is this today? Oh my gosh. Okay, now you messing with me here. To, I'm not watching today. I'm not watching the game. I watched actually the game last night. I watched the Sparks game after the Fever game. Multi ejections. Who got ejected? I mean, I'm sure Angel Reese still isn't playing. Yeah, she's still not playing. She's called it in for the season. The Connecticut Sun are up 19 points on them. Who the hell got ejected? I'm guessing Ariel Atkins got ejected. She only played 9 minutes. I have to say, okay, I haven't looked. I didn't look it up. Beck Allen, Ariel, and oh my, for what? Oh my goodness. Was that a get back on Bria Hartley for pulling Angel Reese's hair last time? Lord have mercy. Let me see if there's any video of this. Here we go. Might as well. Let's take a look. Let me see what happened here. I don't want them to take my video down off of this stuff. I've been doing that, EJ, for 3 days. For 3 days. But man, let's talk about this stuff. I mean, I'll get to that in a second. I have the commercial here playing that's not getting through this commercial here on ESPN. Talking about what should we start off? We'll start off with this WNBA lying to you. Indiana Fever is in collusion with the WNBA to lie to you, to get us to do videos. Because, yeah, they got me too. Because we're going to have to do a video. We have to do the video on it, right? We kind of don't have a choice. Okay, I'm watching this. What happened? Oh, wait. What happened here? Well, what happened here? I'm looking at this video right here. Shot from the corner. Oh. What? That was an ejection? Oh, come on. That's an ejection? Jesus Christ. Have y'all, this was an ejection? They ejected 3 people off of this? I mean, Bria Hartley shoved her. Rebecca Allen got shoved to the ground. Now, Ariel Atkins goes flying from across the court. That's an ejection? Oh, Lord, man. I can't take this shit seriously, man. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. This is not an ejection. Lord have mercy. Fucking ridiculous. Anyhow, I'm not. That's ridiculous. But Indiana Fever lied to us. They tell us Caitlin Clark is now a game time decision. The WNBA puts it on their website. It's a game time decision. And what do you get? Of course, we're going to drop some videos. And they want us to do that. They want us to do that, right? And they got us. And then you see on ESPN where it still has her as out. But now they have you wondering, is she out or is she not out? And she's not out. She's out. She's obviously out. And then you hear the interview with Stephanie White. Steph in the building, man. Stephanie White back with her commentary. And what does she have to say? She says she hasn't even practiced yet. She's just doing some individual work where she's finally running up and down the court. Running up and down the court. So they go from she's gonna sit out until she get some practices in back to back to back, which Holly Rowe reported to us. Holly Rowe reported to us. And again, I will repeat this again. I will take the word of Holly Rowe over any beat writer for the Indiana Fever. I will take the word of a national reporter who's been in this business for a very, very long time over that of a local beat writer, because the local beat writer is. Let me explain the beat writers to you. Beat writers have skin in the game. They got skin in the game. The beat writer has to have a relationship with players. They have to have a relationship with the coaches, with the front office, with staff. They need to be in a good position, especially in the WNBA. As you see, the WNBA is not a typical league. But even for anything, you have to have good relationships, which is why you're never going to hear them outwardly blast Stephanie White for mistakes. You're never going to hear her get those people are never going to blast her. I mean, my God, I can only imagine if Aaron Boone was a coach in Indiana and coaching, if they had a baseball team in Indiana. I mean, Aaron Boone could coach forever. He could coach forever. In New York, we've been wanting him fired for 4 years now, and we voice it constantly. Hell, the reporters voice it, the radio guys voice it, everyone voices it. Aaron Boone got to go. Do I think Stephanie White's going to get fired? No, I don't. She's been hired, so she's 6. This is her first season. They're not going to fire her. Should they? I think they should, but they're not going to. And but this is all a bunch of lies. But again, the beat writers have to have relationships, and so beat writers can have credentials stripped. If beat writers go over the line, in the opinion of the team, they will strip them of credentials. They will take their credentials and they'll ruin their careers. They'll ruin their careers. And these people don't want to. And realistically, if you don't know, just being real, just letting you know the truth, because I've worked in the field. Newspaper writers don't make any money. A guy like Scott Agnes, he's not making any money. Well, how old is Scott Agnes? Just isn't he a local reporter for them? Doesn't he? He writes for the Athletic. He doesn't make no damn money. He makes no money. Who's the local reporter for the newspaper? Is it that Chloe Peterson girl? She's making no money. My God, she looks so young. Jesus Lord, is this girl like 25 years old? This girl, Lord have mercy. This is what they have covering the league. I want to see if I can find it. This young woman graduated from. Oh, she went to Iowa. Oh my God. Lord, did y'all know this? I just learned this. Did you know that the reporter for the Indianapolis Star went to college with Caitlin Clark? Did y'all know this? That's crazy, bro. She graduated from college in 2023. This girl's 25 years old, maybe. Again, I'm not questioning her. I'm just saying that she went to Iowa. She got her bachelor's degree in journalism and mass communications from the University of Iowa. So now we all know. Now we know largely probably why she got hired by the Indianapolis Star. I'm going to venture to guess she probably has a relationship with Caitlin Clark. It's almost unreal that a child age reporter would get this gig from. You understand? Like, she's making $35,000 a year. She's making $35,000 a year. How do I know this? Because I know what reporters get paid. I remember when I went to journalism school, and I know what these guys made. I know what I got paid. I know what I got paid to freelance for the Miami Herald and the Sun Sentinel. I know what I got paid. The beat writers are making between 35, if you're lucky, and $65,000, maybe 70, and that's if you've been there forever. You got if you look at all these guys who were in newspapers, there's a reason they all left newspapers. Like Dan Lebitard for the Miami Herald, he's had his own thing for many years now. Man's a multimillionaire. He would never be a multimillionaire working for the Miami Herald. Stephen A. Smith, obviously, and Jake and Steve Kim, who's on with Jason Whitlock. He worked for Miami Herald. That's wild. She went to Iowa. She was the sports editor for the Daily Iowan. That's literally she was covering Caitlin Clark. Good for her, man. I ain't mad at her. I'm not mad at her by no means. I'm just sitting here telling you, understand that you got kids covering this. You got kids covering this team, people that are young as shit, who don't want to lose their credentials, and they're gonna toe the line. You're never gonna get truth out of them. You're gonna get the fluffy shit. Are you serious that Scott Agnes lost his credentials? Wow. I'm not mad at her. Hey, good for her. Good for her. I just said I'm not mad at her. I ain't mad at her. She good for her. This guy Agnes, he graduated from Indiana University in 2012. So what, 13 years? He's 35. He's young. He's self-employed. He's a freelancer. He's a freelancer. You don't want to lose your credentials though, so you're going to toe the line. You're going to toe the line because here's one thing. Here's one thing that can't happen. ESPN, they can't lose ESPN. They can't lose the networks covering them. They can't take away credentials from ESPN. They can't take away credentials from XYZ. But they can strip credentials from people that are not running with their show. Would I think that Minnesota Lynx is favored to win? Yeah, of course they are. Of course. I absolutely would. Of course they're the favorites. They're massive favorites. They're massive favorites. If Minnesota doesn't win the championship, it's going to be embarrassing. But you have it. You have this. You have the league pushing that she's game time decision to get fans on their side. Thank you, Donnie. You got Indiana Fever. I mean, so you got the Indiana Fever now colluding with the league to lie, and they're lying because they know if Caitlin Clark hasn't practiced 1 second, there's no way she can come back. Not right now. I'm starting to believe that she's not going to play this year. I'm starting to believe that she's not going to play again this year. It's just weird. It gives me that feeling. I don't know if y'all have that same feeling, but Holly Rose said the 22nd. She just started doing running with a trainer, and yet they put her as a game time decision before the game on Tuesday. So they're lying to you, and that's why I call this a big old scam. They are scamming. They are lying, and they're going to continue to lie because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to do another video on a game time decision for Caitlin Clark. I won't do it. I'll do the video after she's playing. When they say she's in, I'll do a video. I'm not going to do another video. I'm not going to fall in line with their rhetoric, their narrative. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do another video about, oh, Caitlin Clark is now game time decision or she's questionable or whatever. No, it ain't going to happen anymore. You won't get it from me here. You might get it from other people, but you're not going to get it from me here. They got me on that one. I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again. They're lying. I'd read comments where people were and seen videos where they're claiming that she's been practicing. She has not practiced. She has not practiced once. She has not practiced once. I just mentioned that, Nicholas. I just mentioned that she went to Iowa. I don't know if people knew that. She went to Iowa. She's covered Caitlin Clark since college. Very convenient that she got the job at Indiana. I mean, again, you would never have this job. Like this is not a job that someone who's 24 years old would get. At a major newspaper? Like you understand how hard when I went to journalism school. When I went to journalism school, the journalism teacher, he brought into the classroom one of the journalism. He was one of the top guys at the school at Florida International University. So this guy brings in a can of beans and a bag of rice. He holds this up and he says, "You want to be a journalist? A print journalist? You want to be a print journalist? This is what you're going to live on for probably the next 3 or 4 years because that's all you'll be able to afford to eat. Because journalists don't get paid shit." And this is a professor in the School of Journalism and Mass Communications at Florida National University. I shit you not. I'll never forget that. It never left me. It almost made me change my major, but I always want to be a writer. I always want to talk sports. And blessings have come, and that I've been able to do that now with a podcast. I don't have to follow the same rules and regulations. But I know all the rules. I've built the website. You've seen the website. Now I have to start putting content on the website, written content, which will be coming. But man, I remember that. And he said, don't think that you're going to get a job. Don't think for 1 second you're going to get a job, finance major. I probably should have. Probably should have done that. Don't think for 1 second The reality is I should have been a lawyer like my father. That was the mistake I made. I should have done what they told me to do. But I chose my own path. Now, the funny thing was, he also said, "Don't think that you're gonna get a job at a major newspaper. You're gonna have to go live in the middle of Nowheresville, where you're printing, where you're editing the paper, where you're writing the stories, where you're doing everything, and you're living in the middle of Nowheresville, Nebraska, Nowheresville, Wyoming. Like you're gonna live in some small town, small level paper, and then after you get a few years of experience, you might have a chance to come back to a major city and get a job. But there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees. No, Northwestern has the best journalism school in the country. So yeah, Northwestern has a special privilege. You know, they charge you $60,000 a year to go to school there too. The reason I will not apply to cover these expansion franchises, folks, is I'm not covering this shit next year. I don't have any interest anymore. They've taken the enjoyment out of me from this shit. I don't enjoy it. I won't be watching this. The only person I'm going to give a fuck about is Caitlin Clark. If she doesn't play, I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to talk about it. I have no interest. I have no interest. I'm going to run out the rest of the season, see what happens. But I can't say that I'm going to be heavily covering this shit next year. It's not worth it. It's just that there's such an energy suck that I don't want to live with. I don't enjoy it. I don't want to do it. It brings me down emotionally because it's just so toxic. This league is next level toxic. I'm watching it now only because I made a commitment and because you all have followed me and subscribed to my channel. You have followed me, subscribed to my channel, and you've been loyal to this channel, and I appreciate it. And I thank you. You know, and I'm not gonna not create content on Caitlin Clark, but I'm not gonna be doing what I've been doing. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna be moving over to football, and I fucking hate football now. Bluntly, I fucking hate football. Like NFL football sucks. I love college football, but even college football turned into a shit show. That's why I do so much fighting because you can't cheapen fighting. You can't cheapen the BKFC. You can't cheapen bare knuckle. You can't cheapen MMA. You can't cheapen combat sports. I should have done more baseball this year, but the Yankees have been so damn bad that I would have been fucking just doing bitch fests for like the last 2 months. Can you imagine I'm doing bitch fest about the Yankees and I'm doing bitch fest about the Indiana Fever? My God. My God. I'm going to be doing, I'm just like, can you imagine just doing a bunch of bitch fest? I mean, I know people think I love to rant, but I like to rant in a positive way as well because it's how I speak and all that. But this shit is not fun. This shit isn't fun anymore. Last year was a lot of fun. Even with the rivalry, Angel Reese and the lunacy, it was fun. You could go back and forth. I really didn't care what people had. I mean, I don't genuinely care what people had to say about me at all. You know, but when you have a sport, it's a sport. It's a sport, and people take it way, way, way too seriously. Like I don't know if y'all know, but I get emails, I get direct messages. I think some folks are taking this shit way too seriously. It's sports. This should not be consuming your entire existence in life. And I love sports. Like my wife will think that my wife thinks that sports consume my existence, but they consume my existence to the fact that I love sports. This has hit levels that I just don't see it. This has hit levels I just don't see it. And look, I saw the game yesterday. I saw the game yesterday, bro. I saw it, and I'm not gonna. And I saw Ben's video yesterday on the game. I don't agree. I don't agree, and we'll talk about it on Sunday. But I'm not in this world that I blame referees for every single thing that happens in the sport. If that's what you're doing at this point, watching sports, stop watching. Just stop watching it. I posted in the Discord channel. If you're in the Discord group, please feel free to jump on board. I love Ben. He's my buddy. I love him. I love him to death. And I appreciate him a great deal. He does amazing stuff. Absolutely. But I'm not going to blame referees. You lost to the Dallas fucking Wings. You lost to the Wings. To the Wings. You didn't lose to the Liberty. You didn't lose to Minnesota. You didn't lose to Phoenix. You lost to the Wings. And you're worried about referees. I don't want to hear that Paige gets a special whistle. That's a fucking bunch of excuses. I watched the game. I watched times where she got I just rewatched the game just because. That's also why I was late starting this thing up. I watched the game. Did you know the Indiana shot more free throws last night? Probably not, because you've been told that it was a horrible officiating job. Did you know that Indiana had less fouls called in it last night? Probably not, because you were told how bad the referees were. Did you know these things? So they had more free throw shots, had more fouls called, less fouls called on them, but the referees were horrible because they called a few fouls on Sophie Cunningham when Paige Becker shoved off. So what? One of those was a foul on Sophie Cunningham. She literally had her arms wrapped around her. So yeah, I'm going to shove off when you have your arms wrapped around me. That's a foul on her. It's a foul on Sophie. I watched Sophie's podcast today. I watched the podcast today. Sophie's about to get fined again, bro. I love Sophie Cunningham now, man. She is like my goddess now for content. Because Sophie's going to get fined again. She was dogging the referees again today. They're so focused on officiating, it's a problem. They're so focused on this shit. I will be doing a lot more college and pro football this year. I promise you on that one. I promise you, Duke. I'm going to be doing a lot more football this year. I hope people watch it because, I mean, I ain't doing CFL football, Nick. You can do that. You can go live whenever you want, Nick. It will not be CFL shit. Nobody cares about the CFL in this country, unfortunately. But I'm not going to sit here and blame her. I always cry about refs, man. It's tired. It's exhausting. It's like, yo, you got nothing else to talk about. It's almost as if you're watching, waiting, looking for that call. I watched Paige go down to the rim and get fucking hacked. Again, I'm not cheerleading for Paige, but I'm saying I'm watching it and it doesn't get called, but you're losing it about some other call. These are calls. It happens in a game. She gets a friendly whistle. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Sophie, of course Sophie's going to feel that way. She was the one that got called for the fouls. Sophie got called for the fouls. Of course she's going to feel that way. I just rewatched the game. They were fouling Paige the whole game. Aaliyah Boston, bro, if you thought that shit on Aaliyah Boston, that they called the foul on her in the final 2 minutes when she stuck her arm underneath Lee Yaru's arm, if you thought that was an offensive foul, you don't know basketball. And I got to question Rebecca Lobo, and I got to question Ryan Rucco for why the fuck they're even on television. Because they gaslit y'all into believing that was a foul on Lee Yaru. Aaliyah Boston stuck her arm underneath and then did this. Aaliyah Yaru had her arm like this. She didn't tighten her arm. She wasn't holding her arm down. Aaliyah Boston got her ass kicked all game last night by Lee Yaru. She got the shit kicked out of her. She was dog walked by a backup big. Dog walked by a backup big. That was a trash ass play by Aaliyah Boston, and Aaliyah Boston's always incredulous. She always has this, oh my God, look on her face whenever a foul is called on her. Lee Yaru did not fucking foul her. She fouled Lee Yaru, and these two idiots on TV are convincing y'all to believe that was a foul on Aaliyah Boston. on Leah Rue. That was a horrible play by Aaliyah Boston. She fouled her the entire time. At any point, all Aaliyah Boston did was drop her right arm and pull it out. No, she acted like she was being grabbed. Oh my God. I mean, bro, and then they challenged it. And they blew a timeout. You think they needed that timeout at the end? Just curious. You think they needed a real timeout at the end? Aaliyah Boston got murdered by Leah Rue yesterday. Murdered. She sagged off on her. She got burnt on the three. She couldn't guard her in the post. Leah Rue was pinning her ass down the whole game. But I'm not going to sit here and look at referees and blame referees for every single time there's a problem. Sophie may not care if she gets fined. I mean, if she doesn't care, hey, I don't care. Keep making the content for me. Keep making the content so we can talk about it. Because at least you get her honest feelings. I appreciate her because she gives her honest feelings. She gives her honest feelings. That game last night was an abomination. That game was an abomination. You lost to a shit turd Dallas Wings team. And Paige Becker sucked last night. She sucked. She wasn't even good. At least if Paige had gone for 35 or something, you'd say, okay. But she didn't go off for 35. She stunk on their home court. Grace Berger started for Dallas. Haley Jones was sitting on the bench. You want to know how unserious this league is and these teams are about basketball? There was about 2 minutes left in the game. Maybe a little bit less. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less. About 2 minutes or so left in the game. Maybe y'all remember this or not. I don't know if you remember it. There was something that got called. I think it was on that situation with Kelsey Mitchell on the three. I think it was about 2:45 left in the game. Kelsey Mitchell shoots the three. People are losing their minds saying that whoever that was defending her jumped into her space. She didn't land on her foot. Her foot literally landed to the side of her. I think it was Berger. Was it Berger? Berger stepped on Kelsey Mitchell's foot. So if you're going to lose your mind, you got to know the rules. The rules suck, by the way, because I think the whole circle landing zone is bullshit. You can't close out on people. You get to freaking throw your legs out if you're the shooter. You get to jump and split your legs out and you get all kinds of bullshit. Kelsey Mitchell jumped literally like 3 feet forward from when she shot the ball. Where exactly is the girl supposed to defend her at? Like, that was a regular foul. The call was proper. She did foul her based on the rule. That wasn't a flagrant situation. That wasn't a should have been in the ball situation. People lost their minds. What is the responsible party there, Basil? Yes, I'm excusing it because I don't care. You worry about the wrong shit. Play the fucking game. Play the fucking game and stop bitching about the game. Again, Dallas, 19 fouls committed. Indiana, 17. Indiana, 19 free throw shot. Dallas, 15. Tell me again. Paige Becker shot 4 free throws. 4. Don't sit here and act like she took 15 free throws. She shot 4 free throws. I don't think Sophie recklessly did anything either, but the difference was that Paige landed on her foot. That's the difference. It was a dog shit call. I agree. You had a 19-0 run by a fucking dog shit Dallas Wings team. Yes, and I'm telling you right now, watch the game again and watch it objectively, Basil. You're not watching anything objectively. And that's why it's so hard to have a conversation with people. Because if you're not watching it objectively, then you shouldn't watch it at all. I can watch a game objectively and say that one game was really bad. I can, and the refereeing was terrible. I can watch another game and say, yo, it was really good. And you still lost. Like 19-0 run. That was referee's fault, right? Referee's fault, right? Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, I'm sick of listening to Stephanie White bitch after a game about officials. Listening to Aaliyah. You heard Stephanie White say that Aaliyah Boston is the worst officiated big in the league. She gets fouled every damn time. Are you serious? Aaliyah Boston. Give me a second. Aaliyah Boston fouls every time. She hacks like crazy. She's always fouling. She's always fouling. Aaliyah Boston is a nonstop hacker. Hacks all the damn time. There's always an excuse for this fucking team. There's always a fucking reason. It's never that they got dog walked. I wonder if Dallas is at a 19-0 run all season until last night. I've had hot tea for 3 days. I wonder if Dallas is at a 19-0 run against anybody this season. Oh, and remember the turnovers. Remember the turnovers. 17 turnovers. 17 turnovers. Lead to 27 points. Sorry, 18 turnovers lead to 27 points. 18 turnovers, 27 points. I get to listen to the post-game press conference with Aaliyah Boston complaining about the referees. I get to listen to Aaliyah Boston complaining about the referees. Why don't you draw a technical foul during the game then about the referees? You literally gave up. Dallas scored 81 points. Think about this for a second. Think about this. Let's do some mathematics right here. They scored 27 points off turnovers. 27. That is 33.3% of the offense that the Dallas Wings generated came off of turnovers. But let's blame the referees. Sorry, it's got to be the referees' fault. It's always the referee. Always the officials. Always the officials. Always the officials. I've been getting snot out all last 3 days, guys. A third of their offense was generated by shit ball handling. Here, you want to see some of it? I only got it on one player. So you're fed a lie about who's playing. Caitlin's not playing. I don't know that Caitlin plays the rest of the season. I wouldn't play. I wouldn't play. Well, for what? For what? I want you to see something. And I'm going to show this to you, and I want you to see this because I want you to tell me what you think of this offense. All right? I want you to tell me what you think of this offense. Let me find this. And I haven't even gotten to my favorite player, by the way. Haven't even gotten to her yet. I haven't had to say what I had to say about her because, she can do no wrong. She can do no wrong. She can do no wrong to people. To a certain group of people, she can't do anything wrong. Let me find this. I got a few for you. Oh no, I ain't talking about Kelsey Mitchell. Oh no way. Let's talk about that last possession. Let's talk about that last possession. Okay? That last possession, you got all kinds of blame to go around, right? You got all kinds of blame to go around. But let me explain something to y'all very, very carefully. You got a rebound. First of all, Paige Beckers had a wide open shot from 12 feet. She missed. She missed the shot. And so, for all the beautiful praise that Sophie and Lexi got for defending her, Paige Beckers missed shots last night. Paige Beckers was missing shots. She missed so many open looks. This over extra levels of praise for defense when I'm watching the game too, and Paige missed a lot of shots. She did. She missed a lot of shots. I scored as many points last night as Lexi Hull did. I scored as many points last night as Lexi Hull did. And everybody got so fucking excited. Really? I don't give a fuck about the plus minus. That plus minus is dog shit. Plus minus is the fakest goddamn stat there is. You use it when it benefits you. You don't when it doesn't. The stat is bullshit. We all know it's a bullshit stat, Paula. I don't care if they're plus 14. They play 4-on-5 with her on the floor. They're playing 4-on-5 with her on the court on offense. Utter garbage. I don't care. You can throw the plus minuses out there all day long. It's the same argument people used against Caitlin Clark last year, by the way. It's the same argument that people used against Caitlin Clark last year. Her plus minus what? She's minus. Okay. But are you going to argue with me that Caitlin isn't the best player on that team? It is the most ridiculous plus minus in the history. It is a Rudy Gobert level plus minus. It is a Rudy Gobert level plus minus. The man can score 2 points and have a plus minus of plus 25 because everyone else was going off when he was out there. She didn't score one fucking point. She shied away from shot after shot after shot after shot. You want to know why I know the Rudy Gobert plus minus? Because I did videos on the Rudy Gobert plus minus. I did videos on it to justify why they were better with him on the court. But he's actually a center who defends the rim. But in playoff games, he ain't fuck shit. He's not shit, unfortunately. If Caitlin is a minus, let me ask you this: if Caitlin's a minus 10 in this same game and playing, and Lexi Hull's a plus 14, are you telling me you'd rather have Caitlin Clark not play? Oh, she only took 3 shots because she's afraid to shoot the ball. But let's start off with the first play right here. I'm gonna go right here, and you go to the last play of the game. Where people get mad at Natasha Howard, people get mad at, and look, by all means, everything is justifiable here. So Natasha Howard's the first problem, right? Kelsey Mitchell's the next problem, right? You ever see the Indiana Fever run a fast break? You ever seen the Indiana Fever run a fast break? Any basketball players in here that played, like really played in high school? Like played? She didn't hold Paige in check. Paige missed shots. I watched the game twice. Paige missed shots. You can't play 4-on-5 on offense, people. If you played basketball in high school or in college, there was a drill we used to do, the 3-on-2, 3-on-2, 2-on-1. Do they actually do that drill anymore in practice? I know, Nick. I know you were. Do they do that drill in practice anymore? The 3-on-2, 2-on-1? Do they know how to run a fast break? Do you want to know what happens every time they run a fast break? I'm going to show you what happens right here. This is from last night. This is the last possession of the game. And I'm going to show you this crap because you need to see this shit. All right. They do it after practice. Yeah, when no one's there, right? They do it after practice when nobody's at the game. When no one's in practice. They all gone home. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely blaming the field goal kicker because yeah, you're right. 1,000%. I'm not getting worked up over the play. I just want to show you the play again. I want to show you the play. I want to show you the play. I want to show you the play though. This is. I watched the game. Paige Becker shot terribly. She missed shots, bro. If I make a video of the, she was missing open looks. Like, I mean, my God, it was bad. But let me show you this play. Let me show you this play. Okay. Okay, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Video. Where is that file? I'm pulling up a file. I apologize. Captures videos. This is the last play of the game, people. Right here. Okay, let's stop it right here. I'm gonna stop it. I want to bring it to where you can see it. Okay. This video right here. Let's watch this play again right here. You got Paige being guarded by Lexi Hall, right? She got her in the air. This is an easy look for Paige. She misses. Now, boom, that's a wide open shot. That's a wide open shot. She missed. You see who grabs the rebound. Watch. Natasha Howard grabs the rebound. Look at the positioning of players before people yell at Natasha Howard. You got 4 players in the paint, 5 players in the paint right here. I would have called timeout. I would have done the reset timeout right here. I'm not wasting time. I'm doing the reset right here. If I'm Stephanie White. Stephanie White's argument was she wanted to go on the run, blah, 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 blah. Well, let's take a look. Okay. She's ahead of Kelsey Mitchell. That's an open look. That's a wide open look. She has a hand in her face. Are you serious? A hand in her face. Really? Where's the hand in her face? She's in a shooting motion right there. What are you talking about? Are you serious? Are you serious? A hand in her face. She's in the shooting motion right there. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. If you think that's a covered fucking contested shot, you're on crack. You are blind. She's in the shooting motion. That is not a contested shot. She doesn't even see Lexi Hole's hand. She missed the shot. Stop it. We have a different definition of contest. These are professionals. You're not in elementary school. You're not in elementary. You think Lexi Hole's hand distracted Paige Becker's? You're nuts, F them picks. You're nuts. You're nuts. She's in the shooting motion. That Lexi Hole's hand didn't get above. God. Let's go back. Let's go back. Really? That's contested to you? That's contested to you? Are you serious? You're out of your fucking mind if you think that's a contested shot. You're out of your mind. That's a wide open shot for a professional. They're not in the 4th grade. They're not in the 4th fucking grade. That's a wide open shot. But that's not what this fucking video was about right here. That's a wide open look that she fucking missed. As she missed a bunch like this last night. If you think that's a contested look, oh my Lord. Oh Lord. Lord. That's fucking barbecue chicken. That damn Lexi Hull's arm is that Paige Becker's fucking right armpit. Fucking give me a break. You can't even be honest with yourself. I'm showing you a frozen shot of where the ball is to where her hand is. Her hand isn't even in front of Lexi Hull's face. It's over here on her right arm, outside of it. Come on, man. But that's not why this video was done. That's not what the purpose of this. Hey, well, you know what? No, because she had shoulder surgery. Come on now. You don't. Right here. So Howard grabs the rebound. Now tell me, look at how they run the floor. This is a fast break, people. Okay, I'm going to point something out to you. Do y'all see anything here? Do y'all see any problem with what we're seeing right here? I want to see some comments right there. If Hull wasn't there, Paige makes that shot. Man, she wasn't there half the game and she missed them shots all damn night. We disagree. You're literally fucking making up some bullshit. It's a make-miss league. These are professional basketball players. When you have that much room, that's an easy shot. Do y'all see anything right here? BX Roma. You see that? You know what Lexi Hull should be doing right here, people? She should be cutting her ass up the middle of the fucking court rather than going all the way to the outside to go stand in the fucking corner. Beyond the timeout situation, the timeout's already been discussed. I would have called it on the rebound. You got people all behind the play. Mitchell, Cunningham, and Aaliyah Boston are all behind the play. Paige Beckers was missing shots all game, people. I appreciate that you watched this game and saw what the hell I was watching. Because clearly, you got three right here. Because you see this, coach, you call timeout. But Lexi needs to fucking take her ass up the middle of the floor. Because you know what happens? If she cuts up the middle of the floor, first of all, Paige Beckers doesn't expect it because Paige knows that all Lexi Hull's going to do is run to the fucking corner. Right? If she cuts to the middle of the floor, Natasha Howard can potentially pass her the ball. Now, I know. Mitchell was behind her. You're running a fast break. If you're running a break, you don't pass the ball backwards typically. But you want to know what the problem is? Kelsey Mitchell was out of position because she's not a point guard. Kelsey Mitchell should have been way outside. I don't know why Kelsey Mitchell was under the damn rim. If Lexi Hull runs the middle of the floor, she's probably open for a wide open layup. Watch. Cut. If you cut right here, if you cut to the middle, look at them. They're still behind Natasha Howard. How are you blaming Natasha Howard? Stephanie White should have called timeout immediately. Sophie Cunningham is still at the free throw line. Aaliyah Boston's at the free throw line. If Lexi Hull cuts down the middle of the lane, she has a potential wide open layup. That's all I'm saying. And you know what? I'm not even blaming Lexi Hull. I'm just talking about the reality. These players are robots. They don't know what the fuck to do. They don't know what to do. But you want to know what? If that one player right there had the ball, that's Caitlin Clark, guess what? If Lexi Hull runs the middle of the floor, she's getting a fucking BB to her chest for a layup. This pass can be made. It's not that hard of a pass. It ain't that hard of a pass. I've seen Natasha Howard make passes like this. I agree with you, Element Gold. I think you should have. The timeout should be called because you have half your three-fifths of your team is behind the ball. They can't run a fast break. But this one, Lexi runs to the corner on every fucking play. Every play. She runs to the corner. I mean, it's like clockwork. There's no fucking brain to it. It's, I'm running to the corner every single time. Like I said, do they practice 3-on-2, 2-on-1? Aaliyah Boston, let's look further, a little further back. Let's go back. All right, let's go back again. Aaliyah Boston, right now, sprint your fucking fat ass down the fucking middle of the floor. Sprint your fat ass down the middle of the floor. Look at this. They're just jogging. She's fucking jogging. She's fucking jogging, people. They got 7 fucking seconds and they're fucking jogging. I'm soaking on my head right now. Jesus Lord. She's jogging. Folks, you want to blame Natasha Howard? Blame her. Fine. You gotta blame everybody on that. Again, look where Lexi Hull is. Back corner. Lexi, backdoor her ass to the rim. Backdoor her to the rim. Fat ass up the fucking free throw line. Run your ass to the rim. Oh my God. Watch it again. It took Aaliyah Boston 4 seconds to. Is this dumbass really looking for the ball at half court? You see her? She's looking for the ball. What are you going to do with it, ding dong? What are you going to do with it? Nothing. What are you going to do with the ball at half court? You know what this was like watching? You know where you watch this shit? I've seen this trash in 4th grade and 5th grade level basketball. I've seen this in 4th and 5th grade level basketball. This is the type of shit you watch in 4th and 5th grade level ball. These are the mistakes that children make. These are professional basketball players. You got one standing in the corner. And look, hey, you think I'm ragging Lexi Hull? Lexi Hull is afraid of the ball, bro. You can run a full. I agree with you on that, FM Picks. You can run a full play with 8 seconds. What is Aaliyah Boston doing to do at half court with 7.9 ticks on that clock? Absolutely nothing. Take your big bubbly ass to the basket. Lexi can backdoor. Paige isn't even looking at her, people. Paige isn't even looking at her. She's ignoring her because she knows that ball's never going to see Lexi Hull's hands. Because she also knows that Lexi Hull's afraid to shoot the ball. So she's looking at the ball. You cut back door right here. This is you got her not looking around. Cut your ass back door, but she's afraid. She doesn't want the ball. She doesn't want the ball. You all know this by now. If you've learned one thing from me this season, you know that she does not want the ball. This is elementary fucking school basketball. This is the type of shit I see with little children. This is the shit I saw on my son's 5th grade and 4th grade teams. They all get clogged up in one spot. They don't know where to go. You're fucking WNBA players, man. You're supposed to be the best players in the world in your sport as women. And this is the shit. Let's take a look. Let's keep look right here. She's still not looking at her. Look at Paige. She's still not looking at Lexi Hull. This is now Kelsey Mitchell, dribble. Aaliyah Boston is 40 feet from the basket. The team that I saw last year, hell, this year, Christopher Columbus High School would beat these teams by 50 points. Christopher Columbus High School would beat these teams in the WNBA. Boys basketball varsity would beat these women by 50 points, maybe worse. They don't know how to play basketball. You guys have, when people want to, and the Caitlin Clark thing, it's like you got a basketball savant level player in her, and do they appreciate it yet? Do they appreciate it yet? This is the Adam Sandler play off the like right here. I'm just waiting for Lexi hold the cup to the rim to backdoor this to the rim. She could have been the fucking hero. She could have been the hero. But she stands there, and here Kelsey's in a dribble. Oh, hey, Aaliyah, you're still out there by the 3-point line. You can't make a jump shot, but let me stand out by the 3-point line. Hey, Steph, you going to call timeout because, Kelsey Mitchell's just dribbling sideways right now. The second Kelsey Mitchell got that ball, she should have gone right to the basket. You're down by 1 point, and everyone's it's just literally all around the 3-point line. Jesus Lord. Look at this shit. You got 3 players around the 3-point line. You want to know what? For all this shit that's the reality. Y'all can hate Natasha Howard all day. I would take Natasha Howard on my team any day. For the exact same reasons that some of y'all or a lot of y'all love Lexi Hull, I'm going to take Natasha Howard on my team any day of the week because Natasha Howard is always trying to fucking get the job done. She ain't perfect. She's going to make mistakes. She's looking for the ball right here. And you know what? Kelsey should have got her the ball right there. She's open. If Caitlin Clark is not shooting that ball as the point guard, she's giving fucking Natasha Howard a layup. She's giving her a layup. Look at the position she has there. Look at the position. Dude, she's got position. Look at the position that Natasha Howard's got. Boom. Oh my God, you get the ball in there, it's a layup. That's a fucking layup. But no, let me. Kelsey Mitchell dribbling with her head down. Yeah, she can't dribble. Dribbling with her head down. WNBA player, shooting guard, 5'8", dribbles with her head down. Look at this. And at this point, Natasha Howard's like, okay, I'm not getting the ball. And here comes the Stephanie White timeout with 1.7 seconds left. And look where your fat ass center's still standing at the top of the key. Top of the 3-point line. Yeah. Like, look at this. Like, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Insane. You have a 1-point game, and 3 people are standing around the 3-point line. Am I not giving F-bombs tonight? Oh, hey, that's impressive if I'm not. I'm not even it's insane. It's insane. But we're gonna blame Natasha Howard? I got no issues with Natasha Howard, man. None. This starts from your head coach. This starts with your head coach, who should have called a freaking timeout off the rip. But clearly, they don't know how to run a fast break, because if they knew how to run a fast break, Lexi Hull has a wide open layup. I would have given that ball. I would have dumped that ball right into Natasha Howard, and I would have let her work. Because then you know what? I'm gonna get her best effort. I'm gonna give her She's gonna give me her best effort. Now I don't like her shooting them damn threes when she's wide open. You should have called the time. Well, Nick, they should have called the timeout when they caught the ball because of exactly what we just showed. What I just showed, bro. They're stupid. I have no issues with Natasha Howard. Period. I got no issues with Natasha Howard. Period. I would take Natasha Howard on my team any day. Any day. They don't practice though. I appreciate you. Thank you, great Dal Moody. They don't practice. Really? Shit on a role player? Natasha Howard's a role player too, by the way. Really? Natasha Howard's a role player. You know what a role player is? She's a role player. She's a role player. Let me ask you a question. If they ran pick and roll with Natasha Howard over Leah Boston, how many points a game do you think Natasha Howard would score? If Natasha Howard's running that pick and roll instead of Leah Boston, how many points per game do you think Natasha Howard scores? How many? I'm asking you. Because she ain't slower than fat ass Aaliyah, who's still standing at the 3-point line. I'm asking. You feel free to let me know. Natasha Howard's a role player. Do you know what a role player is? She's a role player. Please. She's a role player. Natasha Howard is a role player. She's not a star. She's not your first option. She's not your second option. She's not your third option. That's literally the definition of a role player. That's the definition of a role player. That's the definition of a role player. Well, I would go back to freaking running pick and roll. They didn't run pick and roll like they. The Leah Boston was pick and roll last year. It's pick and roll this year. I would run pick and roll. I'd run pick and roll with fucking Natasha Howard over Leah Boston all day. Lexi, I heard Sophie say that. I heard Sophie say that in her podcast. I heard Sophie say this in her podcast today about the 2.5 to 3 hour practice in the beginning of the season. Lexi said that? I heard Sophie say it. If Lexi said that, hey, well, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked by any of this shit. We didn't sign up for this. Can't even run a damn fast break. Can't even run a fast break. She can want to be an MVP. She's a role player. It don't matter. She's still a role player. She's a role player in Dallas. She was the third option in Dallas last year. All right, man. You can believe what you want. You just don't like her because you don't like her. It's fine. You can dislike her just because you dislike her. It's fine. I'm not going to argue with you. You want to dislike her, just dislike her because you just choose to dislike her. It's all good. It's all good. Here, you want to see the difference between what a player should do when their job is to shoot the ball and what a player does when they don't understand that their job is to shoot the ball? Here you go. Watch this play. Remember this play? This is last night.
They're hot, and often when they're not, they're.
Take a look. Drive to the paint. Moving. Notice. She's moving. She was here. She moves. That's Chloe Bibby. That's Chloe Bibby. Right here. Look at this. Boom. Boom. Catch. Shoot. Don't even think about it. Shoot. Boom. It's literally what Lexi Hull's job is. That's her job, people. And Chloe Bibby is not on the floor in the final 5 minutes. Shit. Chloe Bibby in on the floor in the final 5 minutes. How is Chloe Bibby not on the floor in the final 5 minutes of that game? You like playing 4-on-5 basketball? You got it. You got it. Oh, here's another example of how unprepared this team is. Look at this team. Look at this shit. Look at this dog shit right here. Boom, here's another one. They're in a 3-2 zone. They went into a 3-2 zone. Look at this. It's funny. Chloe Bibby, 4 minutes, 9 points at that point. They had 18 points at that point. If it wasn't for Chloe Bibby, this game would be 27-9. 12 minutes in. 12 minutes in. You keep thinking that she's a perfectly made player for Caitlin Clark. Whatever, man. I'm not going to agree with you. I would never agree with that. She's a backup. She's a backup, a 7th or 8th. We've already proven the fact that she's at best the 8th best player on a team. She's the 8th best player on a team. She has no business starting. She damn sure should not be on the court in the final 4 minutes of any basketball game. Should not fucking be in the final 4 minutes of any basketball game. She's a 4-on-5 nightmare. She's afraid to shoot the rock. They're in a 3-2 zone, and Chloe Bibby right here has 9 of the 18 points at this point. She's in the game, though, in the final 5. She's in the final 5 minutes. I don't care who's injured. She should not be on the court. You want me to show you some more? Oh, I got more for you. You know I got more for you, right? You guys told me she's a shooter. She has one good game, starts wagging her tongue like Michael Jordan in a 30-point win. In a 30-point win, 25-point win, or whatever the hell it was. And y'all going to sit here and tell me that she's back. No, she's not. No, she's not. Back from what? Back from what? Would you risk your life? Would you risk your life? I want you to tell me right here. Your life is on the line, and you need Lexi Hall to hit a 3. Your life is on the line. And I'm going to give you 4 players. I'm going to give you Caitlin. I'm going to give you Chloe Bibby. I'm going to give you Sophie. Okay, I'm going to give you Kelsey Mitchell, and I'm going to give you Lexi Hall. Is Lexi Hall not the number 5 that you would choose in that list? You would not you'd be dead. You'd be dead. You might be dead with everybody. You might be dead with, yeah, she has to know it. She has to know that your life is on the line. She knows it. Your life is on the line. I might take Angel Reese to shoot that ball over fucking Lexi Hall. And I'm telling you, wide open shot. Wide open shot. Wide open shot. You're told your life is on the line. Wide open shot. You're dead. You go have Lexi Hall shoot that ball. You're dead. Any pressure on her, forget it. I've never discounted her effort defensively. And I know they blow her balls or her vag or whatever. They blow her all the time about how great she is defensively. I think that's completely overrated. I still believe that. But whatever. It's my opinion. We can all disagree. We can agree to disagree. They're playing zone right here. A 3-2. Look at this shit. Do they even know where to be? This is a 3-2 zone. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 players lined up at the free throw line. I want you to tell me. You tell me. Oh, it could be a wide open shot because it doesn't matter if it's a wide open shot or not with her. I'll take Chloe Bibby all day. I'll take Caitlin. I'll take Sophie. I'll take Chloe. I'll take Kelsey Mitchell. Lexi Hall, just give me the gun. I'll put my bullet in my brain myself. Yeah, apparently Lexi Hall forgot how to do a backdoor cut when the game was online, though. You got to stop looking at shit like it's a basketball is designed around Caitlin. Lexi Hall is not designed around shit. You could put her as the backup as the 8th player. She should play 15 minutes a game, and that's what she should be. In the final 5 minutes of a basketball game, she should not be on the court. In a close game, she should not be on the court. She should not be on the court. By the way, are you really impressed by the comeback? Did you watch how bad Dallas got? Now, here was the funny part. They actually said during Stephanie White said this actually. Stephanie White said Dallas is a good team. Stephanie White said after the game, in the post-game press conference, that Dallas is a good team. They just haven't figured out how to close games. What the fuck you think last night was? What do you think last night was? You think Dallas closed that game? Dallas can't close games. They suck. They stink. They're awful. The shots they were taking, the misses, the shit play down the final. Dallas in the final 6 minutes was horrendous. Of course you're coming back. I give them the credit for coming back, I guess. Oh, my God. They're a great team. They can't close. They still can't close. They didn't close last night. You've got to keep calling someone a solid bench player, man. A bench player, the 8th player off your bench is not a solid role player, but okay. You say so. You say so. Here. So let's watch this play here again. They're in a 3-2 zone, but yet you have 4 players lined up across the free throw line at this point.
3.
They don't even know what they're doing. Look at where Dantas is. Is Dantas in a man-to-man or is she in a zone? Does Dantas know she's in zone? Does she know that she's in zone? This team lost to Chicago 3 times. Does Dantas know she's in zone? Oh, look like I can tell her. Oh. Let's watch this again. I'm staring at Dantas right now. I didn't realize how out of position Dantas was this entire play, but now I do. Now I see it. So let's go back. Let's look at Timpson. You got Timpson. You got Odyssey Sims on the top of the elbow. You got Sophie in the middle. You got Chloe Bibby here on the elbow right here, the lower elbow. Here we go. Watch them. Okay. Look at this one cutting. Look at her cutting. Because Dantas is so out of fucking position. Look at this trash. Would I take AB or Lexi? Come on. I'll take AB over Lexi all day. Come on now. I would take AB over Lexi. Come on. Last night's way worse because Phoenix is better than them. Realistically. Without Caitlin Clark, Phoenix is better than them. That win over Phoenix without Caitlin was nothing short of a miracle. But look at this crap. So Timpson is out here. This girl cuts. I think that's Quinterly. She cuts. And look where Timpson flies over to cover her. Where is Odyssey Sims? Why is Odyssey Sims? Odyssey Sims and Sophie Cunningham are standing on top of each other. Odyssey Sims is and Sophie are standing on each other. Here. And now Sophie's is lost. Timpson's out of position. Dantas was never in position. They don't even know how to run the 3-2 zone. Wow. Short on. Okay, you missed the shot, but it doesn't change the fact that the shot miss, that was a complete and utter failure. This is a failure. They don't know how to run a 3-2 zone. Then why are you running it? Run a 2-3. Go to elementary school basketball, 2-3. Let's find some more for you. Let me give you some more from last night. It's fucking embarrassing. Here, now I'm going to give you some of the wonderful stuff that my favorite player did last night. Oh, honestly, Sims played like crap last night. But I don't know what people expected. So here we go. Let's look at this right here. I don't even know what this is right here. I'm going just one by one now. Oh, look who's out. You see the top corner? She's already standing in the top corner waiting because that's where she goes all the time. The man bun beat y'all. The man bun beat y'all. Mr. Man Bun beat the Indiana Fever last night. On the road. Minus his starting shooting guard. Here we go. Take a look at this. Okay, let's watch. Let's see what happens here. Here we go. Let me see. Let's see here. All right. Now I'm going to sit here and I'm going to show you this stuff right here. Where I'm going to show you the various times where your shooter didn't want to shoot. Oh my God. Go watch Sophie shoot the ball when she catches the ball open. Go watch Kelsey shoot the ball when she catches the ball open. Go watch Chloe Bibby shoot the ball when she catches the ball open. And then you go watch this shit. What the fuck just happened to my computer? Jesus Lord. What happened there? What the hell happened? Let me bring this back up. I don't know what the hell just happened here. This is weird. Oh, remove. Let me bring this back up. Don't know what the hell happened on my computer having brain farts. Yeah, you're right. I was supposed to do the Fever gets defeated by the man bun. You're right. I messed up. That was my bad. That was my bad. I should have done that. I was gonna do that. I totally forgot. I totally forgot about that, honestly. All right. All righty. So watch right here. Now Lexi is right here. You see her, top left. She's gonna come off of a rub and have a wide open 3-shot, and she doesn't shoot it. That's all Lexi is. She's a taller version of Gabby Marshall. That's actually a good. That's a good comparison right there, actually. And you know what? Ayers, by you saying that, actually, what you're telling me is that Lexi Hull does not belong in the WNBA. Because Gabby Marshall is not in the WNBA. Isn't Gabby Marshall in medical school? And Marshall is fucking tougher and not afraid. But just saying, you kind of like hurt yourself right there. I'm just saying. Here we go. Here's the rub. Right here. You're a shooter, right? If this is Kelsey Mitchell, if this is Sophie, if this is any shooter, the shot's going up. Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it! You tripping, bro. Like, I didn't make the comparison that Nicholas Ayers did. That's one. How about we do this one now? I've been screaming this shit to shoot the ball for so long. Like, you guys get mad. You guys get mad at me. You guys get mad at me for this shit. Like, I don't know what the hell to tell you. Don't get mad at me for the real. Here we go, another one. Parked in the corner. I almost gotta wonder, bro. But dead on confidence, I've always said she has none. Because apparently, again, in the last game, she gained all her confidence back. She gained it all back because she had 17 points. Shoot it. She's not been told not to shoot. She had 17 against Chicago. I don't want to hear this shit that she's been told not to shoot. She's not told not to shoot. Stop it. Here we go again. Well, what are you gonna do? Let's count this. Just count this. Count this. 1, 2, 3. Like, what did she do there? No move. Just held the ball. Did nothing with it. I know Natasha Harden was scoring right here, but did nothing. Hell, I would have told her to shoot this ball too. She's not being guarded. Just go up and shoot it. That one's a little bit more covered, but shoot it. Let's find another one. This is the next one for you. Here we go. Top corner. You see her top corner, right? She runs right to the corner every fucking time. They don't know how to run a break. No one's ever running towards the rim. They run to the three-point line all the time. What do you mean Caitlin Clark didn't shoot either? I don't know what you're talking. Caitlin Clark shoots 8 threes a game. Come on now, Paula. Caitlin Clark never seen a shot she didn't like. Caitlin Clark's never seen a shot she didn't like. Come on now. She's always shooting the ball. She shoots the ball. She takes shots that I think she shouldn't take because she just takes shots. Why don't they cut to the rim? Why do they just stop at the three-point line? Kelsey Mitchell will stop. You got fat girl back here just jogging. I mean, you see it. Fat girl's behind the half court line. I'm gonna start. That's her new name, Fat Girl. Here we go. Watch this. Wide open. Come pinga. Shoot the ball. Shoot the fucking ball. Literally your job. She was never gonna shoot it. She's afraid to shoot it. This is literally her job. Look where her defender is. Her defender is literally standing 1 foot in the paint. 1 foot in the paint. This is a shot. This is an automatic. You're a shooter. Shoot. Nah, I'm going to dribble. Oh, okay. Useless fucking garbage. Useless. Never. No threat. Zero threat. Then why are you standing in the corner for? Why are you even standing in the corner for? I mean, my goodness. Here's another one. Look at this team and how they run a break. Just watch. Look who's dribbling. You see who's dribbling the ball here? Yeah, that's bad coaching. That they don't know how to run a break anymore. No one cuts to the rim. They just run to the corners. They run to the fucking three-point line and they don't want to shoot the ball. If you're gonna run to the three-point line, you're not gonna shoot the ball. Then why are you even doing it? Why even do it? I don't like today's basketball. You can go to the rim, you can run a break and get to the rim and go attempt a layup. I know it's hard. Here we go. Let's watch the dribbling skills. Oh, look at this. Look at this dribbling. Let's watch this dribbling. You ready? Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, fucking give me a break. Right here. I mean, Lord have mercy. Should have been automatic dump down to Natasha Howard. Here we go. Watch this one. Are you watching this? I just froze this on purpose. Here. She never even thought to shoot it. That's what makes it worse. I'm not saying a word. I'm letting the picture tell you the story. I don't have to say a word. I'm showing you what happens in every single game. This is 4-on-5 basketball. Now you have a wide open three, and she dribble drives to the rim. And look at the shot she takes. You think Lee Giroux would have not shot this ball? Do you think that Damiris Dantas wouldn't have shot this ball? Do you think Sophie wouldn't have shot this ball? Hell, Natasha Howard would have shot this ball. Oh, yeah. Is that her hand in her face over here? 6 feet away? The hand's in her face from 6 feet away. Here. Then she dribbles to the rim. And then she does this. Sweet baby Jesus. All right. I got more. You know I came prepared. You know I came prepared today. This is what I was preparing. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. This play in itself, people, is a microcosm of WNBA basketball. I want you to watch this. This is Haley Jones. By the way, you remember when I said Haley Jones like 2 minutes ago, change in the game? She was laughing on the sideline with her teammate as they're blowing an 17-point lead. Blowing a 17-point lead. So let's take a look. Let's look at Haley Jones. Natasha Howard falls the fuck over. Look at this shit. Yo, Angel Reese would have made this shot. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God. This is so bad. This is so bad. This woman is in the WNBA. Look at this dog shit. But here's where it gets better. Here's where it gets better. Watch. Watch. You excited? Look. Look who grabbed the rebound. Lexi got the rebound. Oh, Lexi got the rebound. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think she should do right here? What do y'all think she should do? Should she dribble the ball up the floor? Should she pass it to Aaliyah Boston, who should dribble the ball up the floor for her? Should she pass it to Natasha Howard, who should dribble the ball for her? Should she pass it up the floor right now? What do you think she does? Let's watch. Dribble, 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 dribble. Dribble, 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 dribble. Dribble, 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 dribble. Turnover. Layup. Folks, this happens every game, 7, 8 times a game. Come on. This is what happens in every single game. So not only did she dribble the ball up the floor, turn the ball over, but then she gave up a layup because of her turnover. They lost by 1 point. Should I remind you? They lost by 1 point. Here's what makes it worse. Let's go back. She dribbles the ball to the fucking corner. She's dribbling to the what the fuck? Where is she dribbling to? Where is she dribbling to? Where is she going? No, I got rid all the people that she's going to her spot to go stand. Yo, you can't make me laugh right here. When I start laughing, I start hacking, man. When I start laughing, I start hacking right now. Everything comes up when I start laughing. Oh my god! No, all the unsubs are gone, man, because they all like evacuated after the videos I titled about them. Yeah, the titled videos are the ones that the titled videos are the ones where people evacuated. I got rid of all the fucking shills. I don't need shills in my house. Kelsey Mitchell is fucked up. I don't know. Oh, Kelsey Mitchell's not a point guard. Yeah, she can't dribble. She had the dribble with her head down. I mean, shit. My son does that. He's in the 5th grade. Oh, I'm sorry, 6th grade and 8th grade. They both dribble with their head down. Where is she going? You know, she had her pocket pick so easily here. Oh my God. Fucking dog shit. Let's see what else I got for y'all for your entertainment tonight. Um, is that it? No, then this one. Here we go. Here's another one for your viewing pleasure. Here we go. Oh, there's Lee Yaroo guarding that sack of bones right there. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Give me a second. All right. Sorry about that again. So look at this one. I don't even remember what these are anymore, to be honest. I'm just having fun with it now. Here we go. Look, she's already in the corner. The damn play starts with her standing in the corner. Man, she wasn't a point guard in that Stanford team. She was 2 of 12 in that game, by the way. She wasn't a point guard. God, if she's the point guard, then college basketball is terrible. I would trade Yaroo for AB head up as well. I thought it was her sister. I don't know who was the point guard. She wasn't damn point guard. She can't dribble. They wouldn't have won a national championship with that dribbling fucking ability. But look at, she's already starting the fucking play in the corner. I gotta blame. I do gotta blame freaking Stephanie White for this as well. But this was where she did last year. She stood in the corner with Christy Sides. She stood in the corner. No, Lexi Hall started in the national championship team. She did. She started. She started, and she was terrible. You want me to tell you what she did in her national? The 2021 Stanford women's basketball. It was a previous one. They won the national championship 54-53. What an entertaining game that must have been. I don't even remember it, thank God. You know who played for Arizona in that game? Ari McDonald as well. Ari McDonald in the national championship in 2021 was 5 of 21 from the field, and they lost by 1 point. She was 1 of 12 from 2-point range. Lord have mercy. Lexi Hull was 4 of 13 for 10 points. Yeah. Haley Jones was on her team. She had 17. Cam Brink had 10. I can't imagine Lexi Hull was the point guard, though. There's no way. There's no way. This girl, Anna Wilson, must have been the point guard. Or Kiana Williams. One of those two was the point guard. There's no way Lexi Hull was the point guard. So here we go. Let's watch. I think this play, Lexi Hull turns down 2 wide open shots. I think. Shoot it. You're a shooter. Shoot it. I know this is a little bit more covered. Shoot the rock. That's a shot you take. You have the screen. Shoot the rock. Right here. You shoot this ball. But she literally waits to get guarded. Haley Jones was the point guard? Jesus Christ. Wow. Haley was the point guard? Isn't she the big that just missed that easy freaking layup against Natasha Howard? Good Lord. Look at this. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here's shoot it again. She's open again. Shoot it again. Shoot it again. Like, you guys aren't listening to me. Shoot the freaking ball. Why are you a shooter? She didn't shoot last year. Don't tell me she would shoot with a different coach. She's taking more threes this year than last year. She's already taken 30 more threes than she shot last year in less games. In less games, she's shot more threes than she shot last year. Do not tell me it's the coach. Lee Yaroo is at the free throw line. Shoot the rock. Holy Lord. Fucking bullshit, man. Covered like a blanket. Yeah, from like 12 feet away. You understand that the free throw line, people, is 15 feet. She's standing at like 24 feet away from the rim. Good Lord. Do I have any more? How many wide open shots did she turn down in this game? Can you imagine if she shot one or two and made them? I know y'all think I'm here to rag on her ass. Sometimes, yes, because it's just so easy. It's just so easy. I feel like it's so easy. But I also think realistically, if she shoots the ball more, I keep saying it, why are you on the floor if you're not going to shoot the ball? What's the worst thing that happens if you shoot the rock? You miss, and they grab a rebound, right? That's the worst thing that happens, right? What happens if you shoot and you make it? Okay, that's 3 points. What happens if you shoot, your team grabs the offensive rebound, they put a layup back in because they got an offensive board? She just doesn't even shoot it. Appreciate you, Paula. Thank you, everyone. Like, shoot the rock. I do rag on a lot of these players. I mean, come on, Aaliyah Boston, I've been dogging her all fucking year. It's the big sack of bones, fat ass. Oh, I'm body shaming her now. Fucking standing behind half court. Standing behind half court with 7 seconds to go. Doesn't sprint the fucking floor. Lord have mercy. How about, let me see. We got here. We got this one. Got this one right here. I don't even know. I don't even remember what these are at this point. Okay. All right. You're going to get a laugh out of this one. You might remember it, but if you don't, you get to watch. Okay. Lexi Hull gets a steal off of a tip ball by, is that Bree Turner? I think. Bree Turner with a block shot. Wow. Or a block pass. Let's see here. Look at her dribble. Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they got a potential 3-on-1 break here. Leah Rue is 6'7" and 240 pounds, my guess. 240. Bree Turner, take your ass to the right. Kelsey Mitchell, take your ass to the left. Lexi, dribble the ball to the middle. Hey, Ben, I'm feeling like shit. I've been hacking up a storm here today, man. Just been giving them video clips of Lexi Hull and her brilliant play. But Bree Turner, if you go to the right and Lexi Hull go to the left, and I don't mean go to the 3-point line, I mean go to the rim. Run a 3-on-1 break. Look, let's watch Lexi Hull dribble the ball. So Bree Turner runs the middle. Kelsey Mitchell runs to the left. And Lexi Hull runs to the right. Do they not know how to run a 3-on? This is a 3-on-1 or a 3-on-2 break. You call it, whatever you want. The fact that Lee Yaroo made more ground on this. Look at Lee Yaroo. Look at Lee Yaroo. Bop. Dude, she got outrun by, like, look at how fast Lee Yaroo's going. But this is a 3-on-2, but they don't even know how to run it. You got them. Oh, here we go. Okay. Some might say, oh, she found an open shot. Nah, sorry, I don't say that. I say this. Look at this. Look at the inside of it. Look at the paint. She could have taken that ball all the way to the rim. She could have taken that ball all the way to the rim. First of all, she went the wrong damn direction. She should have pulled up for a 3. Caitlin Clark pulls up right here and goes lock and load. She's not even looking, man. She's not even looking. You're going to go past it to this brick. The only person that I want shooting less than, the only person that I would want to shoot the ball less than fucking Lexi Hull right now, for a 3 is fucking Damaris Dantas. She's the worst bricklayer on this team. Sweet Jesus. Sweet Lord. Let's see what else I got for y'all. I think I got this right here. She doesn't even want the ball, man. That's like right here. She's not even looking to be offensive. She's looking to get rid of it. If you're going to go to the right, go to the right. Go all the way to the right and jack a 3, man. I don't care, but don't fucking go dribble all the way across court for that. But whatever. I mean, fine. Let's see what we got here. 78-66. Appreciate you, man. But no, Leah Boston gets fouled, man. They don't call it. Remember that? That first break hurts my eyes. It hurt mine too. I had to watch this again. Here we go. Let's see what we got right here. Look at Lexi, top right. Okay, this one I wanted to bring up because look at the shot clock. There's 3 seconds on the shot clock. I'm not blaming Lexi Hull right here, right? Because I think Sophie needs to just jack this right here. Or she needs to hit Natasha Howard right here, who you know will shoot because she got no fucking fear in shooting. Everyone else might want to be afraid of it. But she passes to Lexi, who actually is open enough. There's no, what's the word? They don't even know. They have no game awareness. There's no game awareness here. There's 3 seconds on the shot clock. Shoot it. Shoot the ball. There's 2 seconds on the shot clock. Shoot the ball. I don't care if you shoot an air ball. Shoot the fucking ball. You're a shooter. Shoot the ball. Oh, I got that one still. Don't worry. And then she committed an offensive foul. That one I still have left. Shoot the ball. What the fuck are we doing here? She's going to dribble drive and then dribble drive for that? For fuck's sakes. This is crazy. This is crazy. What do I have left? I think I got a couple more. Let's see if it's the same video. That's the same video. All right. So we got this play here. I don't even remember what this is. Okay, here we go. What are we going to do here? What are we going to do here? I think this is it right here. What are we going to do here? What do y'all think? What? Okay. Kels, is that? Oh, that's sack of buns right there. Aaliyah Boston. We got Sophie right here on the right. We got, is that Natasha Howard? Where the hell's Kelsey Mitchell? She done ran away from this fucking, like, isn't Kelsey Mitchell playing point guard right now for this team? Isn't that the job that she got right now is to play point guard? She ran away from the play, right? Yeah, this is the last one, I think, for this one. So here, she grabs the rebound. Dribble. Oh, right here. This was funny. This is funny. This is called a foul on JJ Quinterly. You think this was a, people, I want you to be honest. Do you think this was a foul? Do y'all think that was a foul? Did she just fall on a ghost? Did she trip over air? Their feet did not tangle. She tripped over nothing. They gave her a foul on that. Did you see something I didn't see? I've looked at this play 10 times. She slipped on the floor. She didn't get touched. She just fell over. They gave a foul on that. Remember, when you're complaining about fouls and shit like this gets called, this is not a foul. This is not a foul. Look at her right foot. This isn't a foul. This is not a foul. They call the foul on this. All right. They call a foul on that shit, man. This is the one that really kind of hurt, honestly, at the end of this game. All right. Let's go back. Here we go. First of all, she should have shot the ball right there. It's an open look. It's a 3-point game. You're a 3-point shooter. You got a semi-screen set for you, but a shooter would have shot this ball because this is an open look. Bop, shoot it. Shoot it, right? What do you think? The girl did not push her. That girl didn't push her. F them. She didn't push her. She fell over. That's not a foul. You don't call a foul there. And even if she tapped her, she fell over. Let me ask you. Shoot the ball, right? They're down 3, 1:13 left. Watch what happens. She passes up on the wide open 3 right here. She's how many wide open 3s did she pass up so far that I've shown you? What, 7? 7? 7 wide open looks. No, I'm going to dribble drive. I'm going to dribble all the way to the rim. I'm not going to shoot it. I'm not going to attack the basket and throw up some fucking Hail Mary shot. 7 wide open looks she passed up in this game. Her job is to shoot the rock. Oh, I'm going to go back now. Oh, shit. I'm going back. And I'm going to hand the ball off to Kelsey Mitchell. And I'm going to ram myself right into the guard who's guarding Mitchell for a clear moving screen. And then that is such an easy call. That's such an easy call. So you start off with not taking the wide open shot. You think Caitlin Clark shoots that ball? You think Caitlin shoots that ball? That was a moving screen. It's a moving screen. It's a moving screen. It's an easy call. You think Caitlin shoots that ball? You think Kelsey Mitchell shoots that ball? You think Sophie Cunningham shoots that ball? Hell, you think Damaris Dantas shoots that ball? You want to know what happened on that play before? You're right. Lexi fell into Quinterly's gravity well. It was like Lexi was expecting contact, like a big in the post, and you pull the chair out from them, like you're banging, and then you pull the chair out and they just fall on their ass. It was almost like Lexi was looking for contact, and the contact would keep her up because she has no balance. She's awkward. She's not athletic. Bree Turner shoots this ball. There you go. Bree Turner shoots this ball. Everybody shoots this ball on this team. Chloe Bibby, lock and load. Yeah, that was the last game against Chicago where she's waggling her tongue out. Wagging her tongue out. You don't shoot it here. You dribble drive. You don't even pull up to shoot a short 6-footer for which you're probably going to get fouled. Nah, I'm going to stop. Oh, no. I got to go. Oh, no. Boom. That's a foul, man. That's the end of the Lexi Hull commentary for this evening. Shoot the rock. I've said it over and over and over again. If you're not going to do it, then you don't need to play. Chloe Bibby would have taken every one of those shots. I don't care if Chloe Bibby can't guard a parked car. I don't care if Chloe Bibby cannot guard a parked car, people. I don't care. I know that those 7 shots that she turned down that Chloe Bibby would have taken. And I know I'm getting some points on it. I know I'm going to get points on those shots. Some of those shots. I do more film breakdown of this team than they do of themselves. That's pretty sad. I heard Sophie on her podcast say that they watch film. Jesus Lord. I don't know. I don't know how much how I can believe that. This team doesn't. I mean, hell, let's look at some shit right here. I've been out for a couple of days, so I got some energy, even though I don't feel that great. um, hmm. Let me see here. Let's listen to this shit. Let's first start off with the oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Oh, there it is. We're going to start off actually with the players, and we'll go backward because they came out first. I don't know if y'all seen this yet, but let's listen to this.
Of those, what did you feel like was so clunky or disjointed on that end of the floor?
I think it got better as the game went on, but I think just starting, I think the physicality level was a little bit different on both sides of the ball, and but for us, really, I think it's got to be our focus. Like we got to make sure that we're connected on that end, making sure that we're in the right places for passes, and just being more conscious of us having that ball.
Let's repeat
It's like
that.
we got to make sure that
Let's
I think the physicality level was a little bit different on both sides of the ball, and
the physicality level was different on both sides of the ball. What do you think she's talking about? What do you think she's talking about? She's complaining about the referees. That's what she's complaining about. Did you see that she laid Paige Beckers out with one screen? Or at least one screen. I saw Paige Beckers get laid out twice. Hurts mine too, Ben. But this is going to be the end of my career with this fucking shit show. In the net, after September or whenever they're done, I'll watch Caitlyn and I'll talk about Caitlyn. But this team, I ain't doing it no more. If Caitlyn plays, I'll talk about it. If she doesn't play, I have zero interest. Zero. I have no interest in watching this shit. She's complaining about referees.
And but for us, really, I think it's got to be our focus. Like we got to make sure that we're connected on that end, making sure that we're in the right places for passes, and just being more conscious of us having that ball.
Focus in a game.
I think just really trying to be able to fight through that.
There was one errors that I thought she was I thought one of those screens was a blatant moving screen on Paige Beckers. However, yeah, they didn't call it, so I don't. The point is, she's talking about physicality. You lit up Paige Beckers twice. You mean because the Chinese girl just dog walked your ass across the fucking court? Because Lee Yuru dog walked your ass? So Lee Yuru dog walks you because it's physical? The refs, tell me how the refs suck. I'm not going to debate the referees no more. I don't debate referees anymore. I'm done with it. Indiana shoots more free throws, has less fouls called, gives up a third of their points on turnovers. and we're gonna sit here and bitch and complain about referees. I'm sick and tired of that shit. Just because of 3 calls on Sophie Cunningham or 3 situations with Cunningham. Aaliyah Boston, I watched this game again. I watched this game a second time. Like I said, I watched this game twice, and I watched it and rewound it, and stuff like you're not gonna get me on this shit. I don't agree. I don't subscribe to complaining about referees every time you freaking lose a game. I don't do it.
I think is definitely hard sometimes, because I think, you're trying to make sure that you're doing one thing on one side of the ball, and then you get on the other end and it's kind of like, okay, well, sure, they can beat us up, that's no problem. But I mean, for us, really, our focus, just making sure, and that's what we talked about in the back, is just make sure
they can beat us up. Aaliyah Boston doesn't beat anybody up. If Aaliyah Boston actually did that, I might have empathy for her. Aaliyah Boston got absolutely fucking dog walked by Yoru, and she's sitting here. Okay, they can beat us up on one end. Okay. I've watched this game twice. No. But you're gonna see what this is the team narrative.
sure that when we come in for our next
You committed 18 turnovers, Aaliyah.
game, just make sure we're not fazed by that.
So they had to make sure they're not fazed by what they perceive as bad officiating. Ben, I saw your video, and I saw the 3 plays that you mentioned on Sophie. I thought one of those was a foul on Sophie, actually, where she complained. She had her arms wrapped around Paige Beckers. I don't find that to be that big of a deal, personally. I don't. I see people push off all the time and don't get called for fouls. I don't care. Caitlin Clark pushes off. And she doesn't get called for this. And people complain about it. So it's hard to be a fan of this shit, BX. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm tired. But again, they got beat up. Hey, folks, if you haven't watched the Taurasi thing on Prime Video, I suggest you do so. I know this was when no one, or people perceive that no one watched the WNBA. Taurasi started in the WNBA when people were still watching the WNBA, actually. They were watching it more when she started than 3 years ago, 2 years ago, when Caitlin Clark got into the league. All right. I'm telling you right now, go watch it, because there's a specific segment in which one of her trainers or somebody involved with her. By the way, did you know that Taurasi's, you probably don't care, but do you know that Taurasi's parents are both immigrants? Neither of them speak English to this day. This entire interview process that they had with her parents was in Spanish. Neither of them speak English. This girl's 42 years old. Woman, it's 42 years old. And her parents still do not speak English. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And I mean, they were robbed at gunpoint, guns to their head when they were in Argentina. I suggest you watch it. You should watch it. If you're really interested in this shit, you should hear about this girl's story, actually. Because when she mentioned something specifically where she said, we're not sure. One of her trainers says she was getting her ass kicked in the WNBA. Like, she'd come out of game, like every game, like her body was covered in bruises. You think she made herself more unlikable? I don't. I actually think I made her real. I have no. I thought that made Taurasi more real. If people want to jump on her for the "we got paid less than the janitor" comment, she ain't wrong. She's not wrong. You think those teams were making money in Russia? No, you had Russian mafia, KGB members, oligarchs who were paying players for their entertainment to play basketball. They weren't making money over there on their women's basketball team. They would pay their players. She was getting her ass kicked. And this is coming from people that train her, whoever, bruises all over her body. So she was getting her ass kicked early on. But let's continue. I think you should watch it.
Ali, what you guys mounted that monster comeback 19-0 run. What led to that, and what was so effective to get that done to make it a game at the end?
Yeah, we did a lot better on the defensive end, getting stops, not allowing them second chance points, and then we found the hot hand, and Bibbs was that hot hand, especially too for a part of that game, getting us that lead back. And so just making sure that we're just getting downhill, getting open sprays, and just attacking.
The fuck is she talking about? What is she talking about? I don't even know what the hell she's talking about.
For either of you, given that what you just said about the defense and all that, is that to be so close and have the chance at the end and have it get away?
Yeah.
Wait, you think she had a good game? You think because she had 14 and 10, she had a good game? Boxing Thomas? Really? Did you watch the game? She got dog walked by a backup. She got dog walked by a backup. She didn't have a good game. Sorry about that. God damn. No, what I'm expecting is that when she plays a backup center, that the backup center doesn't go for 21 on her ass. That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting that the backup center doesn't punk her ass and push her around like she's a fucking piece of air. That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting that. Sorry. I'm expecting that, you know, she doesn't get her ass whipped all over the court. And she didn't have 14 and 10, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about. She had 14 and 5. She had 14 and 5. If you're going to make it up, at least be real. She had 14 points and 5 rebounds. She had 5. You just said she had 14 and 10? She had 14 and 5. So, no, she didn't have a great game, a good game. She had a shit game. She got embarrassed by a fucking 6'7", 240-pound Chinese woman who's a backup. Who's a backup? Nah, I don't agree with that at all. I watched the game. Did you just come into this chat? I'm just curious. You watched and you thought she played well? You thought she played well. Aaliyah Boston is not being viewed as an average WNBA player. Aaliyah Boston is supposedly a top 3 WNBA center. She's considered a top 3 WNBA center. Yeah, I'm sorry. I cannot subscribe to that commentary. I've watched 25-point games that were not good games. I've seen players go for 25 and 10, and I don't think they played well. Because you have to actually watch and pay attention to what happened. She's on a team that had 2 big runs and they lost, but they also gave up huge runs. You know, if Lee Yuru doesn't go for 20, maybe we're having a different conversation. But she did, and the backup center beat the crap out of her, in my opinion. And, but yeah, let's continue. I'm sorry. I'm sorry here. Let me continue to play this shit.
See, that's a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? Go ahead.
Well, obviously not great. It's never fun to lose.
Mhm.
I thought we got a pretty good look out of it, But again, I think, we shouldn't have been in that position to begin with. The 17 turnovers got us there. So yeah, we shouldn't have even been there. But I thought, Kelsey got to look at it. It's unfortunate, but.
Boxing, did you watch all the clips that I put of Aaliyah Boston trailing on the plays? I'm just curious. Did you watch all the clips? Did you see the final play of the game where Aaliyah Boston was jogging down the floor? Jogging down the floor. Jogging. And then standing at the half court line looking for the ball with 7 seconds left.
Yeah, on to the next.
Chloe, you were on the floor during that late third stretch when the Wings went on that run. What did you see that went sideways for you guys in that stretch?
We were just turning over the ball. I mean, yeah, as I said, the 17 turnovers, and I think we just didn't match their physicality. And, we needed to clean it up. And I think that's what happened in the fourth when the girls come in and they really looked after the ball and, shared the ball and offensively. And I think that's how we got into more of a groove. It really started defensively. And in that third, we just let it slide. They had way too many, points off our turnovers.
Chloe, now it's been a couple of weeks. What's your kind of comfort level, familiarity now with the group and an understanding of what is being asked of you?
Yeah, I mean, the group has been amazing. They've been really great at helping me integrate into everything. And so, we were on the road for however long, 10 days. So I really got to know everybody there, but everyone's been really good. And I suppose it's just the highs and lows of the season. It's kind of just like on to the next. Like, yeah, today sucks, but we're playing every other day. So it's like, okay, let's learn from this one and go get the next one.
Now we can move on to Stephanie. Hey, man, I boxing Thomas, man. IBXing Thomas. I seems like you're a fan of Leah Boston. I don't know. If you are a fan, that's okay. I respect it, but you're the first pick in the draft 2 years ago. You need to be a top player. You need to be a top player.
Guys had a lead in the middle of the third quarter, and then that big Dallas run was the difference. What did you see go sideways in that stretch?
Well, I didn't think our attention to detail on defense was very good. They got loose for some easy ones. We started fouling, getting to the free throw line, and turning the ball over. I mean, there were moments where, there's no transition defense for turnovers for scores. And, we had multiple in a row. I mean, 27 points off of turnovers. And, I felt like our group did some uncharacteristic things with the ball in our hands, and it led to easy buckets.
Okay, now did you just listen to everything she said? Because she contradicts herself. She's going to contradict herself over and over again. I know that Caitlin has a huge part in Aaliyah's game. I've said that 1,000,001 times. I said that 1,000,001 times, but you're the number one pick in the draft 2 years ago. You're not supposed to be reliant on somebody else to make you good. You should not be relying on somebody else to make you good. You should be able to do these things without her. You should have some skill level to do these things without her. They don't run pick and roll with her and Kelsey Mitchell because Kelsey Mitchell can't pass the ball. This woman just said in this first thing, we started fouling. She said, of course, but she said we started fouling. And then she says we did things that were uncharacteristic with the ball, turning the ball over. Uncharacteristic. Those are her words, not mine. Uncharacteristic. Okay? So we started fouling, and then we did uncharacteristic things with the ball. Turn the ball over.
Kind of just described all this, but the turnovers, only 15 assists. What kind of led to the disorganization that you saw on the offensive end tonight?
Well, all of our point guards are injured. I think that's the first thing.
All right, there you go. There's your excuse. There's your excuse. All of our point guards are injured. A second ago, you just said that these are uncharacteristic things that we're doing with the ball. Which one is it, Stephanie? They're either uncharacteristic or you got no point guards. We know you have no point guards. You just said it was uncharacteristic, though. Because even without a point guard, 18 turnovers is a lot of fucking turnovers. $18 turnovers is a lot of turnovers. So you just said, like make up your mind. Make up your mind. If they were uncharacteristic, it doesn't matter that you're missing your point guards, right? I just showed you Lexi Hall runs somebody over, dribbling the ball on a dribble handoff. That's a turnover. I just showed you a video of Lexi Hall dribbling the ball all the way down the court, get her pocket picked. That's a turnover, right? Those aren't things that were forced. That's not needing a point guard. That's just shit play. That's shit play. You got 3 turnovers from Kelsey Mitchell, 3 from Lexi Hull, 3 from Chloe Bibby, 2 from Dantas, 2 from Timpson, 1 from Sims, 1 from Sophie, 1 from Aaliyah, 1 from Howard. They all turned the ball. The whole damn team turned the ball over. The whole team.
And again, it's one of those things. Dallas turned up the pressure. I mean, defensively, they made it a little bit more difficult for us to bring down the ball and initiate offense, and became a little bit more disruptive. And we're working Odyssey into what we do, but still, it's tough because point guards are the ones who get you organized. And there were times where we weren't organized. There were times where we were over dribbling, got away from our off-ball actions and went straight to trying to go one-on-one. And that's when we're not successful or as successful as we can be. And so we got a little tunnel vision there. And that's where I say that we did some uncharacteristic things, at times.
So your uncharacteristic things had nothing to do with the lack of a point guard. It was your coaching decision that took away the ability to call a real timeout when you challenged the clear foul in Aaliyah Boston, when she put her arm under the armpit of Lee Yarou. Clear foul on Aaliyah Boston. Clear foul. Because she could have moved her arm down at any point. She chose not to. It wasn't being held. You're sitting your hottest shooter on the bench because you want to put in the shooter that's afraid to shoot the ball. This shit makes no sense. So it's not. I haven't even mentioned the fact that she didn't call timeout during the damn run. I haven't even mentioned that. She challenged a play where it was a clear foul in Aaliyah Boston. And only because Rebecca Lobo and Ryan Rucco were running their mouth, oh my God, she's holding her arm down. No, she wasn't. You can see the angle. She wasn't holding her shit. Aaliyah Boston was trying to bait that call. Aaliyah Boston was trying to bait that call rather than play solid defense. Clearly baiting that call. And if she just plays solid defense, maybe she can actually defend her. But no, she's more worried about trying to bait a fucking bullshit call. That was not a. So you just got you believe what Rebecca Lobo and Ryan Rucco said? Her arm was not clamped down, bro. You want me to pull up the replay for you? Clamped down? It was not clamped down. No, it was not. No, it was not clamped down. She stuck her arm under Lee Yarou's fucking armpit. Is Aaliyah Yarou supposed to keep her arm like this? She had her arm like this. At any point, Aaliyah Boston could have taken her arm down. She literally was. You want me to show you? Oh, no problem. No problem. No fucking problem on that one. You literally believe in Ryan Rucco and fucking Rebecca Lobo. Get the fuck out of here. You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind if you think that was a foul. If you think that was a foul, you're out of your mind. No problem. No problem. No problem. I got it for you. Don't worry. I got it for you. You can't deny the ball throwing your arm under her armpit and hold it there the entire time. She didn't clamp her arm down. Clamping your arm down is doing this shit. Tight. She didn't do that shit. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Let me find this game. I just watched. Here we go. Here we go. I will pull this up for you. No problem at all. Ryan Rucco and Rebecca Lobo have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Rebecca, because she literally contradicted herself during the damn call. Let's find it. She's baiting. I'm going to find it. I'm looking for the play. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for the play. There's a play right at the 2-minute mark where Leah Boston fouls the shit out of Leah Rue. They don't call it, just so you know. I'm looking for what time was that damn play at? Does anyone remember how much time was left of that play? Oh, right here. 80 to 74. All right, I got the play right here. I got the play right here for you. Let me stop this Stephanie White shit first. I'm going to bring this up for you. No problem. You can debate it. I disagree with you. And you know what? The referees disagreed with you too. Just so you know. Just so you know, the referees disagreed as well. Where is it? Right here. All right. I'm not going for that. Really? Okay, let's go for the other angle. You're going to see the whole play. You think that's clamped? You're seeing that right there, right? You think her arm is clamped down? Aaliyah Boss is literally resting her fucking entire chest on Leah Rue's back. You think this is a foul? Shit. Oh my God. You think that this is a foul? On Leah Rue. Is Leah Rue supposed to stand like this for the ball? No. She has a hand down like this and one like this. It's basic. That's basic post position. Aaliyah Boston is compromised. Aaliyah Boston is compromised right here. You know what she could have done at any point? Dropped her arm down. That arm is not clamped. She's reaching in. That's a foul on Aaliyah Boston. And y'all bought that bullshit? Please. She has literally got her back all over Leah Rue. She's fouling her right now. You can't have your entire body resting on her. She's able to rest her body on her because Leah Rue's massive. Really? You don't think she could like bring her arm down at some point? You think it's really clamped there? Come on, man. Just lower your arm. It ain't locked in. You think she can't move her arm? Please. Lower your arm. Lower your arm. Lower your arm. She never wanted to lower her arm. She literally had her arm that way the entire play. Here we go. Look at the position. This is a foul already on Aaliyah Ball. Look at this shit. Are you kidding? You think that's locked? Come on, dude. Her arm is literally out there fucking here. I can't zoom in the damn thing in. It's a screen. I can't zoom it in. It doesn't zoom the video, and I'm not built. I don't have that ability. That is not a locked in arm position. You're crazy. Aaliyah Boston has got her arm. She has her bicep literally under Yaru's armpit. Just move your arm down at any point. Move it down. Move it down. Move it down. Move it down. No. I'm flailing. She's literally begging for the call right now. Are you watching her? She's not looking to play defense. I did show the whole. Okay. Damn, fucking entire game was a bunch of replays. Try not to have my fucking video demonetized by showing too much footage. Watch. Watch. Aaliyah Boston literally has her just wrapped her arms around Lee. You see that? You see Aaliyah Boston's right arm grabbing Yuru off the rip? Off the rip? This is the whole play. That's a foul on Aaliyah Boston already. That's a foul on Aaliyah. Look at this shit. You serious? Aaliyah Boston's fouling the shit out of her already. I'm stopping it. You got a 55-inch. I can see it perfectly clearly on my 30-inch monitor on my computer. Aaliyah Boston is wrapping her arms around Lee Yuru off the rip. Okay, you see that? Is her arm locked in? Here we go. She bear hugged Yuru off the rip. The foul could have been called before this on Aaliyah Boston. Where is the foul on Yuru? She's being grabbed. She bear. So look at the arm. Look at all that space right there. You see all that room? You see all that space? You think that's a foul on Yuru? Please, man. Please. Please. Be real. Be real. You think that her arm is locked in right there? You think it's locked in there? You think it's locked in? It's not locked in, man. Please. Please. You're not a chance. That's a foul on Aaliyah Boston. I'm not even going to debate this shit no more. That's ridiculous. That's a foul on Aaliyah Boston. You disagree with me? Hey, fine, whatever. I don't care. Foul was caught on Aaliyah Boston. They're going to review that, and I'm sure internally, and it's a foul on Aaliyah Boston. But, Aaliyah Boston's always looking for a scapegoat in her life. Let's get back to Stephanie White.
Yeah, I mean, you guys went on your own run there in the fourth, got back to obviously just the 1 point deficit. Just what changed between the third and the fourth, and what did you guys start doing well?
That wasn't 50-50 to me at all. I thought that was a clear foul on Aaliyah Boston, and I thought Stephanie White made a massive mistake challenging it, and she blew a timeout because of it. Like, my God, she was bear hugging her the entire play. It's a bear hug the entire play.
I think our defensive energy, we got to forcing them into some tough shots, and we defended without fouling, and that allowed us to get out in transition and allowed us to push the ball and get some easy buckets. I thought our ATO execution at times was really good. We, especially in that fourth quarter, we got some good looks out of it. But more than anything, again, when it starts on the defensive end, it allows us to get out and to run in transition and to play faster. And we're at our best when we do that. And especially, when we're limited with the point guard position, you're not holding on to the ball for a long time. You're passing it ahead, you're attacking, you're going.
How many down court passes did you see this game? How many passes did you see that pushed the ball down the floor in this game? I'm just curious. How many passes did you see down the court in this game? She just told you. Listen to what this dingbat said. I'm using terms from when I was in elementary school.
I thought our ATO execution at times was really good. We, especially in that fourth quarter, we got some good looks out of it. But more than anything, again, when it starts on the defensive end, it allows us to get out and to run in transition and to play faster. And we're at our best when we do that. And especially, when we're limited with the point guard position, you're not holding on to the ball for a long time. You're passing it ahead, you're attacking, you're going.
The physicality, we even talked about it pregame. How
these questions are scripted. Is that Scott Agnes? They don't play fast, and she's sitting here talking about playing fast. They don't play fast. She doesn't play fast. She runs a slow motion offense. They don't play fast. But yet she's sitting here talking about, we love defense, let's play fast. You scored 80 points. You scored, 13 points in the third quarter, 15 in the first quarter. Passing ahead when? Scott, I mean, I think these questions might be scripted at this point for her to answer.
How disruptive maybe was that to
By the way, didn't Indiana like dog walk the Dallas Wings in terms of they scored 90 plus pretty much in every game that Caitlin's played against Dallas, if I'm not mistaken? Like they were track meets last year.
both maybe the flow and what both teams were trying to do and find a rhythm out there?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a physical game. You know, I think there's a double standard in how people get their calls. I think Kelsey Mitchell, number one, is held or chucked on every freaking possession and never gets a call off the ball. I think Aaliyah Boston is the worst officiator.
You want to know why they live to make excuses in this team? Because their coach is making it in the damn locker room. He literally tosses the coach out here. He really tosses the coach out here a fucking softball so that she can do what she wants to do. She just said that Kelsey Mitchell gets held and chucked on every play. Stephanie, you have the option as coach to go off during the game and draw a technical foul. You don't do it. You don't get ejected. You don't do it. You wait till a post-game press conference to complain about this. First off, I don't agree that Kelsey Mitchell gets grabbed and chucked on every play. I don't think anyone in the WNBA gets grabbed and chucked on any play if her name isn't Caitlin Clark. She's the only player that gets grabbed and chucked on every play. Unless she's throwing a fucking home run a touchdown pass down the court. Yeah. 67 points by halftime when the last time they faced the Wings. That was with Caitlin Clark, right? Yeah. Yeah. 67 points. Kelsey Mitchell's wide open half the fucking time when she shoots the ball. So I'm just trying to understand how she's being grabbed and chucked all game. They run plays for Kelsey Mitchell to come off screens. I wonder if Stephanie White watched 90s in basketball in the NBA.
Post player in the league. I think Aaliyah Boston is the worst officiated post player in the league. She never gets a call. And you know, there's a double standard there. Certainly. But you know, again, if it's going to be physical and you're going to allow us to be physical, then allow both teams to be physical. If you're going to call the holds and you're going to call the chucks and you're going to then call it both ways. So, I mean, I think that we've been pretty consistent in what we're asking for. And I didn't feel like it was consistent, especially for those two. I think you could call a foul every time down the floor for the.
I would gladly see, this is the problem. So, Stephanie, then tell me exactly why you got called for less fouls than Dallas did in this game. You guys got called for 17 fouls. They got called for 19 fouls. You shot 4 more free throws than they did. And you shot the ball better from the field. You shot the ball better from 3. So you outscored them at the line. You shot better from the field. You shot better from 3. You out-rebounded them by 9. So how'd you lose? How'd you lose? How did you lose? How'd you lose, Stephanie? You shot 2% better. You outshot them from the 3-point line. You scored more points from the free throw line. How did you lose? You lost because your team turned the ball over 18 times. And you gave up 33 points on 18. You gave up 33% of their offense came off of your turnovers. You turned the ball over the whole fucking game. You turned the ball over the whole game. Turn the ball over left and right. You want, I don't know what you want. I think the referees suck. What is that? What is that? Okay. Let me see here. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I'm not ultra religious. I am Catholic. I did grow up going to church. I was an altar boy. What could she change? I don't know. Not turn the ball over 18 times? Not turn the ball over 18 times? That would help. That might be the first thing to avoiding losing like this. I don't know, Stephanie. You had a chance to control the outcome by not blowing a challenge, blowing a timeout on a challenge that was very, very, at best, it was 50-50. I get it. Okay, there are people that believe that was a foul on Yuru and should have been called on Yuru. That's fine. On the floor, the foul was called on Aaliyah Boston. That was a 50-50 at best situation of being flipped. And you chose to challenge that play and therefore not have a timeout to set up a play to win the game with 13 seconds left. You had a chance to stop the game with 8 seconds left, watching Kelsey Mitchell dribble the ball out of it, dribble the air out the ball. You did that too. I mean, Jesus, play faster tempo. Don't just say it, play it.
Those two.
But you're sitting here and you're whining about Aaliyah Boston the way she's. I'm curious. I gotta check. I gotta do a stat check. I'm doing a stat check right here because I need to do some stat checking here. Let me go here. You know how I do it. I just like to confirm stuff because she makes a statement, and I don't know the accuracy of her statement because I doubt the accuracy of her statement. Actually, I totally doubt her accuracy. So Aaliyah Boston takes 3.7 free throws per game. which for a big is probably a low number. Do y'all find, but you know who takes less free throws per game than Aaliyah Boston? You know who takes almost an entire free throw less than Aaliyah Boston? Nneka Ogwumike. The Yankees are losing to Minnesota. Goddamn. Fuck. The Twins are supposed to be easy W for the Yankees. The Yankees are supposed to the Twins are supposed to be easy work for the Yankees. The bullpen blew it, of course. Yeah, what's new? The bullpen already blew it. Great. What's new? So Nneka Ogwumike is a big. She plays in the post, largely. And she is actually shooting less free throws per game than Aaliyah Boston. Azare Stevens shoots 2.6 free throws per game. Maybe if you attack more, it would help. Camila Cardoso shoots 3.1 free throws per game. Maybe if you don't just pound the ball into the ground. Maybe if you're not just pounding the ball into the ground all the time. You know who? Kiki Irvin is shooting the same amount of free throws per game as Aaliyah Boston. Shakira Austin, 3.6. Kiki Irvin, 3.8. Natasha Howard shoots 1 free throw less per game than Aaliyah Boston. And Natasha Howard is way more aggressive than Aaliyah Boston is. Just pointing out that you're kind of crazy there. But hey, okay. I would ask her to not be so soft. Be more physical. Camila Cardoso is 6'7", 240 pounds. I know she gets fouled a whole lot. But hey.
It's tricky when you have a quasi-transition chance late, but did you consider a timeout earlier on that last trip? Did you like your last shot? What all went into that last?
No, I mean, I wanted us to, we knew it was going to be a low clock when we got it out, and we had been really good in transition. So and we were in the penalty. So I wanted us to outlet and attack in transition. When it got to the point where we didn't attack and we just started dribbling sideways, I probably should have used it at the 3-second mark instead of a little bit later. I thought Kels might have had a baseline drive. That she ended up coming back to the middle. And so I didn't like that. But I did want us to push in transition with a low clock and, limited opportunity.
I coach basketball. You know this by now. I coach basketball. Do you think, I'm asking y'all, do you think, yeah, they were really good in transition. Amazing. Name 8 bigs better than AB. We'll be doing that project on Sunday. Be ready for it. Make sure you're here. Sunday Night Heat, we will be doing the bigs thing. Don't worry. And you know what? If I can name 8 bigs better than Aaliyah Boston, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Because she's supposed to be a top 3 big. But let's do you think that when repeating myself, I apologize. My brain's is foggy right now. Do you think that when I have my team and I'm coaching my team and I want my team to attack the rim, that I stand here like this? Do you think Stephanie White was yelling, "Attack the rim," and screaming it at the as loud as she could scream it? Like, do you think that her and the assistant coaches and everyone off of the bench? Yeah, I'm saying right now. Yeah, I'm in it right now. I'm fatigued. I've been I've had 8 road games in 4 days, right? So do you think that if you want someone to attack their basket, that you're not screaming your ass off saying, "Attack the rim. Attack the rim." And I'm talking her, the three puppets behind her, the players on the bench, screaming, attack the basket. Do you think anyone did that on that bench? Because I know that I would have done that. The Yankees are making me cry too. Don't worry. We're together on that one. Do you think that? I don't think she screamed that shit out. It's easy for her to say it. But I don't believe for one fucking second that she at any point yelled, attack the fucking rim! Attack the fucking rim! I don't believe for one second that she yelled that shit out ever. But she just told you right here.
Just started dribbling sideways. We knew it was going to be a low clock when we got it out, and we had been really good in transition. So and we were in the penalty. So I wanted us to outlet and attack in transition. When it got to the point where we didn't attack and we just started dribbling sideways, I probably should have used it at the 3-second mark instead of a little bit later. I thought Kels might have had a baseline drive. That she ended up coming back to the middle, and so I didn't like that. But I did want us to push in transition with a low clock and limited opportunity.
Y'all want me to re-show that push in transition that she wanted them to do? Y'all want me to show that push in How many of y'all are NFL football fans? Serious question. For those of you that are in the room, how many of y'all are NFL football fans? How many of y'all are college football fans? Like, you really watch college football? Do you want me to show you the video of the last possession again where she wanted them to push the ball down the floor and attack? Would you watch my videos on college and professional football? Because it's all about being judicious with my time. Because my time is limited. I can't be up till 4:00 in the morning every day doing this. I'm only asking because I'm gonna start doing a lot more NFL and college football. Because I've had enough of this shit, honestly. During the preseason, I'm gonna be doing a lot more college football and NFL football. I'll be doing college football lives. I plan on doing Miami Hurricane college football lives when they're on the road because I'm a Hurricanes fan. But I might be doing other big games like let's see if there's Alabama versus LSU or Alabama against Georgia or whatever it is. I don't know what the schedule is. Just want to know that y'all will watch it because I just this shit I can't stomach much more of this crap. Yeah, whichever, college or NFL. I'm gonna do both because I can't watch much more of this garbage. I can't. I hate the NFL at this point. It's just horrible to me. But I'll cover the Lions. I like the Detroit Lions. I'm still pissed about them not going to the Super Bowl last year. I wish they would have won the damn thing. But you want me to show you that last play game where she wanted them to push the rock? You want me to show you where bubble butt Aaliyah Boston was? As she's really. Nah, I will not be tuning in for Nalissa Smith's cool hair. I just want cool hairdo. I just want to know what the hell she's talking about because 3 of the 5 players were jogging behind the play, and the only one that sprinted up the floor was the one that goes to the corner and stands in the corner by herself. Natasha Howard had the ball. She's pushing the rock, but no one ran with her. Nobody ran with her, and the only one that ran was standing in the corner by herself, and then didn't move off the corner. I will be at the Notre Dame Miami game on the 31st. I'm going to the game, so there will not be a Sunday night heat that night. I'm going to talk to Ben about maybe we do a Friday night something like that. Or I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, there won't be anything Sunday night because I'm going to be at the Hurricanes game. So yes, that first weekend of college football is gonna be crazy. Yeah, I mean, you gotta tell me something, bro. Like, tell me something. The only person that pushed the ball was Natasha Howard, but then the only person that ran the floor was Lexi Hull. I've never had any issues with Lexi Hull with running the floor. The girl runs the floor. She's like a cross country athlete. She just runs up and down the court because she knows where she's going, and then she just waits. I'm a Hurricane fan, though. Fuck Notre Dame. Sorry. Fuck Notre Dame. I hate Notre Dame. I hope we bury them under the stadium. I hate Notre Dame. Oh my! Maybe they should give me some royalties for the leprechaun. But hey, I hate Notre Dame. Like the Catholics versus the convicts. Shit. Yeah, Notre Dame. My God, I hate that team. As much as I hate that team, I wanted them to beat Ohio State. As crazy as it sounds, because I hate Ohio State more. Like I have an odor of hatred. I have Ohio State, Alabama, Notre Dame. I'm not doing the heats all the way until the end. What do you mean the heats? Yeah. No, we're gonna do Sunday Heat all the way to the end of the season. I realized that they have the Hurricanes game on a Sunday night. So yeah, I hate Ohio State. I'll never get over 2002. 2002 will forever. 2002 will never end for me. 2002 will never end for me. Like that shit will never go away. I have nightmares over that shit 23 years later. I hate Notre Dame. I hate Alabama. I hate Ohio State. Those are the three that I really despise. I used to hate Florida, but Florida sucks, so I don't care about them anymore. You know, Miami used to be good, so but my displeasure with my dislike for these teams comes from situations. Alabama was formed in 1992 when Gene Stallings kicked the shit out of us in the Sugar Bowl, and George Teague ripped the ball from Lamar Thomas's hands on an 80 some odd yard, should have been a touchdown pass, ripped it out of his damn hands. And Alabama kicked the crap out of us in that Sugar Bowl, a game that we should have won, that we were favorites and that we just got dog walked in. That one right there. Ohio State is from that Maurice Claret team where they destroyed fucking Willis McGahee's knee. Mike Doss ripped out Willis McGahee's kneecap. And Notre Dame goes all the way back to fucking the 80s. Lou Holtz. Those games when we go to Notre Dame and we lose 31-30 and they're just making up. Folks, if you want to have a beef with a call, if you want beef with a call, go watch Notre Dame Miami Hurricanes 88. 1988. 88. Cleveland Gary is going in for a touchdown. Cleveland Gary is going in for a touchdown and is clearly down. And the ball comes out and they call that shit a fumble. I mean, it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. See, I grew up Hurricanes. You either hated Miami or you loved Miami. There was nothing in between. Nothing was in between for people. You hated Miami or you loved Miami. Nothing in between. There was none of that feeling of, I don't care. But with that, yeah. Penn State broke my heart in 86. Tennessee broke my heart in 85. But when it comes to the three teams that I really can't stand, Ohio State, Alabama, Notre Dame. I'm going to hate Florida and Florida State when we play them, but I don't have that same hatred for those teams like I used to. When we were all really good, I hated them bad. Like I hated them. Hated them. Not a huge fan of Georgia either. Yeah, we have a quarterback. We have Carson Beck down here, so I think he's going to do a pretty good job for us. We'll see what happens. Let me finish this crap up with Stephanie White, though. I just was wondering if you're going to watch football videos if I start putting them out. Because I put out football videos and people don't really watch them as much. So do me a favor and watch those videos, and then, I'll be able to put out a whole lot more. I was thrilled when Michigan beat Ohio State. I was thrilled. Azare Stevens is having a better season than Aaliyah Boston.
Chloe was just in here, and one of the things she said is you never should have been in this position at the end. Felt that if you had been smoother, you would have had control of the game. How did you feel about that when it came down to a last shot?
Who is that old man asking the questions? Do you have any idea who that old man is? That man sounds like he's like 65 or 70 years old asking questions there. Who is that man? Do you all know who that is?
Yeah, I think it's tough when you dig yourself a hole. In the first quarter and in the third quarter, we dug ourselves a hole. Turnovers for scores, easy buckets, free throws, all of those things. And, again, like I continue to be proud of the grit and toughness and resilience of this group. But, our margin for error was small to begin with, and now it's even smaller. And everybody's hungry. Dallas came in and they played really well. They shot the ball really well. They played really. They have been playing well, have just not been able to finish games. And so, for us,
he sounds like he's like 65 or 70. I know I got some elderly people here, and I appreciate y'all, but he's asking one of those those puppet questions too. He's bought into the Kool-Aid also.
we our margin is small, and we've got to make sure our self-inflicted wounds, so to speak, we can't afford those. We've got to be better and more locked in from the jump. Thank you.
All right, so that's it for Stephanie White. She just also said, once again, if you heard that, I'm proud of this team and their grit and all that fucking dog shit. I mean, miss me with the crap. Miss me with it. I don't want to hear it. You sound like someone proud of your kid at school, man. Shit. You sound like someone you who has like a straight A student or something, and you're proud of them. Howard Megdal, is that a real name, or are you just making that shit up? Are you just making that up? I have no idea who that is. Howard Megdal. Megdal. Maybe that is him. This guy's probably in his 40s. He has the voice of a grandpa. If that's him, that man got a voice of a grandpa. Let me see. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that is him. I don't know. Maybe. But this woman just sat here and said he's saying how proud she is of her players. Like they're 4-year-olds. Like there's your students that went to school and got straight A's. I'm so proud of them. They're grit and they're grind. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud. I'm always so proud. I'm proud. Fuck you proud of? You just got beat by Dallas. You got beat by Dallas. While you're sitting here colluding with the WNBA to lie to fans and make it seem like Caitlin Clark was going to play on Tuesday. You're proud when you get beat by 35. You're proud when you lose to a bad team. I've never seen someone so proud of losing in my life. She's professionally proud of losing. It's flabbergasting. It's incredible. She's perpetually proud of losing. Insane people. That's going to do it for me tonight, guys. My throat's giving out. I appreciate y'all for coming on board. I thank y'all. Hope you have a great night. No, I was hacking my lungs up in my hat. I was coughing like crazy. I appreciate it. And thank you again for jumping on board. If you haven't done so yet, hit the like button. on the video. And then, of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel. We will be having Sunday Night Heat this Sunday. And on Saturday, I will be live for the UFC 319. Dricus Duplessis versus Hamzat Chimaev. Rookie of the Year, Paige Beckers. Unless Paige Beckers falls off a cliff, it's Paige Beckers. And I don't know what's left. When do they next play? When does this dumpster fire continue? The 15th. They play Washington. No, I'm gonna have all players that play small forward, power forward, or center in the Aaliyah Boston conversation. Because there's some small forwards that are 6'4". I don't think it has anything to do with whistles. I think Paige Beckers is having a really good year. That's just my opinion. I appreciate y'all again. If you haven't done so, hit the like button. I think that if they look like they looked yesterday, they're going to get smoked by Washington, which will be pretty freaking embarrassing because Washington traded their best player. Well, if Aaliyah Boston thinks she's a forward, I mean, I don't know. I have to compare her to forwards too, so she's the one that thinks that. So anyhow, folks, I appreciate y'all as always. Again, hit that like button. If you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. And for all, we'll be back. I'll have some more content. And between now and Friday, probably do a live on Friday after the game. I'm presuming I'll be fine at that point, or better than I am now. But yeah, that's all I got. And I'll say this. I'll say this before I go. A lot of y'all told me Sonia Citron. You were right. It's Sonia Citron. Yeah, you were right. Sonia Citron is 1,000 times the player that Lexi Hull is. They should have traded up to get her. They should have found a way to trade up to get her. Because if they had her in lieu of Lexi Hull, you tell me what you think. I was wrong. You were right. See, I don't think she's the rookie of the year, but she's not afraid. Unafraid. But that's all I got. Again, like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. This is Rudy's Rant. Powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Have a good night, folks. Come on now.